This is rocks for drops. I never took rocks for drops. Yeah, guys. Yeah, this is rocks for drops. I never took rocks for drops. I never took rocks, guys. This is rocks for drops. I never took rocks for drops. Guys. This is rocks for drops. I never took rocks for drops. I never took rocks for drops.
Wheels spin on the ground. Sky dark rolls a sound. Echo in the heart's core. Ride like never before. Pedals screaming, wind howl. Freedom rushes through the soul. Chase the night, break the dawn. Never stop, keep rolling on.
Yo, dudes. Don, Ruben, you're here already, guys. Good to see you. Dudes, feel a little bit under the weather today. Voice is kind of acting up a little bit. Might sound even better than before. Or horrible, we're not sure yet. Dudes, what are we doing today? The 65th Itzulia Basque country race. It's a World Tour race. 6 stages long. Kicks off today. Ends on Saturday. We start off with my favorite event, the individual time trial. And this one looks like an absolute banger. It's already underway. We have 2 riders out on course right now, dudes. Let me jump into this baby right here. So here we can see it fully in all its glory for me now. I have live coverage coming here in 30 minutes, guys. So we're going to be just doing the PCS stuff for now. I wonder if this is on Tour Tracker. Tour Tracker doesn't show the individual time trials, though. That's one thing they don't do. Great start list here today. UAE looks, again, as usual, I don't need to even say it, powerful. They've got Del Toro, McNulty, and let's throw Gross-Schartner in there. I'm just talking about today, guys. Del Toro can time trial. McNulty is a time trialist. Gross-Schartner was, I think, the Austrian time trial champion. Yes, he sure is. 2025, 2024, and 2022. So he can absolutely bang the watts out here. I believe Del Toro has a 10th place time trial this year at Tirreno Adriatico. There we go. 10th place right there, dudes. 11.5K, so similar to this one. What I am going to do, though, here, guys, quickly... I pulled that map down. Why did I do that? Dudes, this is where we're at. We're in Bilbao. This entire time trial is going to take off in Bilbao. It starts roughly over on this side. Okay, it starts roughly over here. It's going to take off up here. Actually, I don't think it goes that high. It connects onto this B whatever 3732, which becomes the B3741, loops around town, comes back this way, and ends up in this park right here. I've already looked at it. I've checked out the bends in the river. It's going to take off up into this park, the Extrabarria Parquio Tiximinia, whatever you want to call it. Basically, it's going to be a beautiful part of Bilbao, I believe. Wow, look at all the reddish colors, the orangey reds of the roofing tiles here. So I think that's where we're going to finish today. We're going to find out right away. Okay, I got to remember this big tower that's here. Looks like an old chimney or something, doesn't it? Yeah, that's an old chimney. So they left it standing, so some kind of industry from the past. Yeah, I don't like how I sound right now. The big event today, guys, though, is when they start. The climb is right away. So again, they start over here somewhere. I'm not sure exactly where. Actually, I think it might be over here. And they're going to take on this climb, the Santo Domingo. That's the first climb of the day. The only climb. Well, I don't want to say the only climb of the day. There is a climb at the finish line, too. Let me just see what's going on here. Hey, Colin. This is Ruben saying, hey, guys, coming around for 7-0, looking for a fresh breathe and some curvy swervy. No curvy swervy today, Don. Today is going to be all out, full wattage, blasting. Tons of downhill at the end. Del Toro, let's go. Taddy won Flanders yesterday. Then tag Del Toro, passing the baton to Del Toro for Basque. Yeah, dude, probably most likely. So the Santo Domingo climb is 2.2 kilometers long. We're going to gain 163 meters. Average gradient, 7.4. So it's a tough little climb. There is a shallower section in the middle, 2-3% here. And then kicks back up to almost 11%. It does 11% for a little bit here. Max gradient they're saying is 10.8. It's only a Category 3 climb. But it's really going to set the tone for the day here. So if we come here now, first checkpoint is at the top of the climb, the Alto de Santo Domingo. which we just saw on screen here. So we got Zimmerman through. Okay, so this is the next start. We don't have any times yet. It's going to take a little bit of time. I always wish there was another checkpoint, because this checkpoint's going to be so early. We're not going to know what's happening on the back part, really. But you got to think with it being mostly downhill, a lot of the effort's going to be right here. I'm sure most guys here today, guys, let's see, we start here. We're done the climb at probably 2.2, 2.3 kilometers. I think everyone's going to dump max wattage on the front part and hope to recover on the back end. It's not like it's a 40, 50, 60K time trial. They don't got to worry about settling in. It's just smash it, hang on till the end. Markel Balaki, this guy here, dudes, remember this name. Balaki, cycling, big name in cycling. Father is Joseba Balaki from the Lance Armstrong days. This is his son. We watched him a lot last year. I believe it was at Burgos and I think La Vuelta. I think he was at La Vuelta too. Pretty sure about that. So if we go to the start list again too, let's take a look here. Lidl Trek, Juan Ayuso's back. We know he can time trial. How has he recovered from his race accident that he had at Paris-Nice? So at Paris-Nice, in the team time trial, he got second place. But I'm thinking more of this one at the Algarve. He got second place behind Filippo Ganna at the individual time trial, which was 19.5 kilometers long. That was way back. Wow, that was February 20th. Wow. We did that race, guys. We did that one. So we were there for that. So he's coming back after... he's been off just under a month. That's incredible from that crash he had. So Juan Ayuso will be out to do something good today, and especially with it being a climb. I'm sure Del Toro's going to do well. I'm sure McNulty will do well. Groschart are just being a time trialist. Primos. Let's not forget about Mr. Primos, guys. There was a good stat that showed up earlier. And it says, wow, this is a good stat here. Primos has scored 14% of his career points in time trials. And if we just cruise back a little bit, I saw this earlier. It showed all of Primos's time trial wins. He's won the time trial at this race 5 or 6 times. I did see it. And actually, competitors with the most TT points in the past 3 years, Primos, Brandon, Bruno Amaral for Visma Leasebike. Don't forget about him either. Killer time trialist. Ethan Hayter's here. Wow. Ethan is here as well. Didn't realize that. Ethan got 8th at the Tirreno Adriatico time trial, which I thought was a little bit off. Ethan's the one where I think he flipped someone the bird during the middle of the race. I think he did, and he got penalized for that too. Wow. There it is. There's the penalty showing up, I think. Yeah, it showed him on camera, and I think they were doing an out and back like that at the Tirreno Adriatico along the beachfront. Yeah, I'm positive about that. And he basically flipped someone the bird during the middle of the race. And so it looks like they deducted 25 UCI points for the bird flipping action. Interesting. Things you learn over here. Yeah, so Primos has won a lot of races here at the at this one, so I kind of expect him to be good there too. Okay, so first times through at the top of the Alto Santo Domingo, Filippo Fiorelli at 5:58, George Zimmerman at 21 seconds down. Martin Toyota, that's a hard name to say, looks Norwegian, 37 seconds down already. Wow, that first climb of the day, yeah, that's going to be a tough one right there, guys. And I'm just going to turn the brightness up a little bit here. Travels with Tony's back. Don's asking, is Tom Pitcock here? Let me just check and see if Q36.5 is here at all. I'm not sure if they are. I didn't see them on the start list. Where's Tudor? Q36.5 is not here, Don, so we will not be seeing Mr. Pitcock. Yeah, here's Bruno Amaral. Watch for this guy's guy. I was checking out earlier, 1.9 meters tall. Points all stacked towards the time trial. This guy's a good time trialist. National time trial champion individual for the men's in France, 2025, 2024, and 2022. So this guy will be looking good as well for Visma. Visma's team is a little bit interesting, isn't it? Don't see any huge standout name here. Steven Kreisvik, I think this is this his last year? His contract goes to 2026. Maybe I'm thinking of someone different. Glory years for him were like 17, 18, 19, it looks like. Look at this. Third in the GC at the Tour de France in 2019. Wow. Second stage, Vuelta. 2 stages. 5 times he's finished second at a stage at the Giro d'Italia. But it's this one here. 3rd place. So he was podium 2019 Tour de France. Incredible. But yeah, their team not, not really seeing it. Compared to, say, well, even Bahrain Victorious, we got Bilbao here, we got Tiberi here. These guys, I swear, are on the exact same race program this year. Exact same race program. So we're going to see those 2 in action. We got Uterbrooks back, Garcia Pernia, Javier Romo, Roger Adria. Good team there. Decathlon, Paul Seha, Matthew, Ricca, Frickin, Tello is back too. Come on, Matthew. Leo Bissot, he's a good climber. Jordan Labrosse. Oh, Aurelien Paripont, not as good a climber as his brother. I don't think. Yeah, there's a bit of a weight difference between the two. I think that's what it is. If we look at his brother, I think his brother is quite a bit less. Yeah, 64 kilograms versus 52 kilograms. Wow, 12 kilogram weight difference is over 25 pounds, guys. So I'm going to jump back right into the race itself, and we'll go from there. I imagine it's going to be kind of a sleepy day today here over on Inside Cycling World. It might be as good as Tour of Flanders. I actually changed my Tour of Flanders name from Ron van Vlaanderen to Tour of Flanders because I got no views yesterday, guys. I think at the end of the video I had like 100 and something views. I'm like, what? Kind of really shocked me, but I appreciate everyone being here. I appreciate the support. I think it was from X-Man. Was it X-Man during? He goes by Pinoy Perrine, I think, during the YouTube Smart Chat. Sorry, live chat. And someone, honestly, on Buy Me a Coffee says someone bought me a coffee yesterday. So thank you very much, dude. I think your name's Stuart. I did reply to you. Maybe you're someone I know in the live chat here, but I don't know your name on Buy Me a Coffee. Yeah, take a look at Fiorelli here, guys. Quickly closing the gap here. Look at this gap here forming. Massive gap they're forming between Fiorelli and Bellocchi. New best time, Markel Bellocchi. That doesn't look right. So they got multiple times. Okay, this isn't... Okay, they just threw in another intermediate timing point. That just popped up. So we got an intermediate at 2.4, the top of the climb, and then we got another one at 4.7. So that wasn't there when we popped away to look at the start list. So good. Okay, that's interesting. They should have put that one further down here, I think. Like maybe at the bottom of the descent, right before the flat part or something. Because I don't think much is going to change between the top of the climb and that one there. It's all downhill. There we go. I thought that was happening. Markel Bellocchi has just overtaken Lucas Hamilton, who started 1 minute ahead of him. And I'm telling you, dudes, watch Markel Bellocchi. I looked at him a lot last year. Actually, let's take a look at Bellocchi right now. So he's riding... Oh yeah, Catalonia. Guys, I'm thinking Catalonia. How can that be? We're in it. No, we're at the Basque Country Column. So 62nd overall at the Catalonia race. 9th at the GP McGill-Indurain. I should have done that race. It looks like a banger. We're getting live coverage very soon, dudes. It was last year that I really started watching this guy. He did race the Tour of Guangxi. That was the late night race. 50th at the Vuelta a España. Some standout performances. 8th place on stage 9. 9th place on stage 12 with a long breakaway. Tour of Alsace, 1st place in the GC. Tour of Austria, 14th place. DNF the Basque Country last year. So he wasn't at Burgos. So it must have been just all the Vuelta we were watching. We did every stage here, guys. So that's probably why I remember his name so well. He is only 20 years old, guys. 20 years old. I'm sure he's set to be GC leader of EF for the future. Has to be. So Bellocchi right now is sitting right with Hamilton. Yeah, there's some crazy stuff going on. Look at the gaps, dudes. Like, the gap should be, you can see it on screen what the gap should be and what they're turning into be. Ion Izagirre should do quite well. I think he's retiring this year. Ion Izagirre is retiring this year, I believe. And he went, yeah, right here, dudes. December 31st, 2026, riding for Cofidis. He's going to go out with a bang. And, guys, he just won the GP McGill-Indurain. I did remember that. Just a few days ago, I was tempted to jump online and do it. He won this race back in 2019. 2 stages of the Tour de France. GC of the Tour of Poland in 2015. Won the GP McGill-Indurain 3 times. Wow, over a 10-year period. 2016, 2023, and 2026. Also won Valenciana. We did that race. We did some of that race, I believe, this year. Stage at the Giro, stage at La Vuelta. This guy's kind of done it all. So I expect him to go out like on fire at this race. It's the last time attending it. Still waiting for the live coverage to come through. So the top of Alto de Santo Domingo, we have Iker Mentegui. Who does Iker race for? Euskadel Euskadi. The Basques are going to be out in full power today, guys, to win this stage today. We are in Basque country here. We're at the most northern part of Spain here. This whole area up here, I think, you know, in this part of the world, this is the Basque country right here. This mountain range here, if I can turn that off. You may not see it here. We got to zoom in. This is the Cantabrian Sea. You're never going to hear it called the Cantabrian Sea. I did a video on Ruvi a while back discussing the names in the area here. These mountains, this chain of mountains here is actually called the Cantabrians. Just the same as the Cantabrian Sea, which most people would just refer to this as the Bay of Biscay. But don't forget, we've also got the Cantabrian Sea. Guys, what the stuff you learn here is just mind-boggling. Mind-boggling. Let me get caught up in the chat here quickly, dudes. You guys can stare at this pretty little map for a second. We're going to flip it back to that one. And this is where we're at. Dudes, I will pull something up for you here. Itzulia Basque Country. I opened this up today. They do have a... I think their website's pretty decent. We're going to translate that to English. We'll look at the route and see what they're going to show us here. Okay, this is what I want to show you. Here's the map. Okay, guys, this is where we start. I said we go up to this 3732. It changes to the 3741 counterclockwise. After you get to the top of Santo Domingo, it's all downhill, except this last, I think, kilometer where you kick up into town. I'll show you that on the profile here. Take a look. Climb all the way at 11%. Downhill, flattish, and ooh, that last little kick, we get a 19% gradient in there, up into that little park. So that's about all we know there. There's really nothing showing here for following the race, so we'll be back to just my schmozzle of talking here. And I'll catch up in the chat here quickly, guys. Travels with Tony saying Marco Balocchi is a blast from this. His dad was Josiba Balocchi, a great Basque rider. Crashed on that corner where Lance went off-roading, 4x4ing, cyclocrossing across that big switchback, jumped back on, continued on. This is a pretty stacked field, definitely. Yeah, the first time I remember the name Balocchi was last year when I was watching that race. Primos will definitely do well today. Yeah, it's 2.2 kilometers, so it's going to be, what is that, guys? 1.5 miles straight up, 11%. So I imagine these dudes all had, like, intense warm-ups today. Like, huge warm-ups to be prepared for this. Like I see, it's showing here now that Balocchi caught Hamilton, and now he's drifted back a little bit. Like, he was right on him before. Zimmerman's doing his thing. It looks like the Norwegian rider's doing his thing. Fiorelli's got a pretty decent ride going here too, I believe. He was second quickest up the Alto Santo Domingo. Balocchi is third. Balocchi took over the lead at the second checkpoint at 7:53 with Filippo Fiorelli being 6 seconds back at that point. Iker Mentegui, who is leading the Alto Santo Domingo, 7 seconds back at the second checkpoint. Where is he on screen? Here he is right here. So we're just going to let this play out a little bit, guys. I do have my picks in for this one. VeloGames is also doing Fantasy League for this too. I've already forgotten. I picked them this morning. I'm like, do they? Yeah, they do. Also, two dudes on the 8th. We have Shuttle Priest coming up. Why don't we take a look at that quickly whilst we're hanging out? Have your sip of coffee. Yeah, Eddie's here as well. Eddie Zamberi is here. Yeah, it's the Johansson brothers. So Eddie is correct about that. Two brothers. They've done the exact same. I did read you. They've done the exact same race program so far this year. If you look at the start list, it's Tobias and Anders. So they are twins. Uno X right here. Tobias Halland Johansson and Anders Halland Johansson. Tobias is the one you need to watch for. This dude right here. Banger. Second at Milano Torino earlier this year. Fourth at Torino Adriatico. Ninth at the UAE Tour with a 5th and 6th place on 2 different stages. He's not an incredible time trialist. That was on Hudariot Island, which is like pan flats. So we'll see how he does on the climbs here. 54th at the time trial at Torino Adriatico. His brother's results this year are a little bit different. Nothing too spectacular. 16th at UAE Tour, so let's give him credit for that. 105th at Milano Torino. So maybe slightly different conditioning right now. Not on the exact same level of performance right now. Don't forget Paul Sejas is here, Paul Sexy, and Matthew Riccatello. Matthew should just launch up this climb. It's then how can he hang on to the end? So we will get some finishing times right away, guys. No one's come through yet. I think, yeah, first rider will be through. We just got to wait and see. Let's check out James Knox here for Team Picnic. GC climber, 58 kilos. Yeah, not really much of a time trialist there. But we start with the climb, so that's going to make all the difference in this one. You know, just keep that momentum up all the way. The flat section where the time trialists, the true time trialists will take over is only 1.5 kilometers maybe. Then they kick again at that finish line. And we should have live coverage here in the next 7 to 8 minutes. Eddie's asking, what happened to Tom Pitcock's brother, Joseph? I heard a lot of hype at the end of season last year. He has raced this year. What's the quickest way I'm going to find him? Well, we could just search Joseph Pitcock. Will he show up, or does he go by Joe Pitcock? Yeah, I don't even see him. Can we search just Pitcock? Thomas Pitcock. Okay, but that's Tom. But now what we're going to do is look for his brother right here. Joseph Pitcock, 24 years old. So he raced at... this race was on here too. March 25th through the 20th, 50th at the Coppa I Bartali. It's a 2.1 race. I just kind of followed along to that one. Hasn't really done... Okay, he did do Danilith Nokir course. That's a big race. DNF that one. So really nothing too spectacular this year. Last year he was in Japan racing 4th in the GC in Japan here. Tour of the Kyushu. Tour of Britain, 102nd. So yeah, nothing too crazy yet. Obviously still in development. Rides on the same team as his brother though. Back to the Basque Country here, guys. There's a couple other races going on right now too, but I can't cover everything. Hopefully there's someone else covering those races. Primos is on course right now, guys. Primos is out there. I didn't know he'd go out this early. I think a lot of these races you can select your start time. I think they kind of like pick their times that they want to go. I'm not sure how true that is, but I think it was done in a race earlier this year. Quinn Simmons, 17 seconds down at the first checkpoint at the Santo Domingo. And where is Simmons on screen then? He's over here. He's really close to Fortunato. Let's see how quick Fortunato got up that climb. I don't actually see it. I gotta turn that volume. I'm hearing some volume here, guys. Top 20 at... okay, there we go, guys. Up the Santo Domingo, first place, Primoz Roglic. Iker Mentegi here. 7 seconds down, Filippo Fiorelli in 10th place. Markel, 12 seconds. Iban Ruiz, 16 seconds. Quinn Simmons, 17 seconds down at 7th place right now. Ion Izagirre, 22 seconds down. I'm hearing sound everywhere. Second checkpoint, it's still Primoz Roglic. I'm just going to say Primoz. At 7:41, Markel Balaki 12 seconds down. So actually, he's holding it really well. Balaki was 12 seconds down at Santo Domingo. He's 12 seconds down at the intermediate checkpoint. Checkpoint 2. Checkpoint 1, checkpoint 2, we'll call him that. Domen Novak just goes through Santo Domingo, 29 seconds down. Next to start, Ben Healy. Banger. Here we go, guys. We got some bangers coming up. We got Ben Healy coming up next. He's going to launch up that climb. Thermonuclear. We have Peo Bilbao coming up in a few minutes, 6 minutes from now. Matthew Riccatello will be coming up after him, 11 minutes from now. Bauke Mollema, his final year, I believe. Yep, Bauke Mollema retires 12/31/2026, dudes. So we're going to see him at the Basque Country Amstel Gold Race. Ooh, he's got a really light year. I mean, they could sub him in somewhere. So he's going to race the Basque Country, then take about a week off and go to Amstel Gold Race, one-day race. Then all the way to August. Will he really be off May, June, July? I don't think so. He'll be racing something in there. Then he takes on the San Sebastian Classic in August. Final race looks like Il Lombardia, the race of the fallen leaves in October, which Poggi won last year. So good to see Bauke here. Number of top 10s in individual time trials this season. Ethan Hayter has 2 top 10 finishes so far this year. Paul's got 1. Primoz has 1. Juan Ayuso has 1. And Maxime de Comble has 1 as well. Ben Healy's just started, guys. So at the finish right now, Ion Izagirre at 18 minutes 10 seconds. Alex Molinar, 29 seconds down. Iker Mantegi, 53 seconds down. So Iker Mantegi really faded on the last half of the race. Considering he went through the Santo Domingo in second place. He went through checkpoint 2 in fourth place at 19 seconds down. Overall, he's 53 seconds down. So he faded in this chunk right here. I mean, it's kind of a long chunk, right? Yeah, look at these gaps here. Look at the gap from Primoz to Simmons. Primoz is on an absolute heater, guys. He's going to probably catch Aurélien Périponche and the other rider ahead of him. Primoz is using his descending skills here, guys. His wingsuit, whatever you call it, ski jumping techniques. Guys, did you hear about the craziest thing? Okay, I'm going to catch up with all the chat here, dudes. Wow. Thanks for being here, everyone. Sorry, guys. Still feeling sick. Ruben saying, hey, how you doing, Colin? Missed you. Yeah, dude. I know we've barely seen each other this winter riding and stuff like that. Ruben, I've barely ridden. I'm just back on the bike now. I had a horrible stretch on the bike. A lot of December, most of January, riding 3-4 days, taking a week off. February 7th was my last ride, and did I go 6 weeks? I think I went 6 weeks straight, no biking. None. 0 biking, guys. I'm just back on now, Ruben. So I've been kind of going a day here, day there. I was supposed to ride yesterday. I didn't. I actually went out for Easter supper last night. So that was fun. Trying to see what I'm hearing here in the house. Easter weekend, lots going on, so people don't show up. Yeah, exactly. It's been a very quiet weekend, dudes. Eddie, what's your lowest view live stream since you started? Dude, probably yesterday. Like, yesterday was horrendous. Now, I did put the race up as Ron van Vlaanderen, so I'm imagining any North American cyclist would never even search that. I quickly changed the name last night to Tour of Flanders. I wanted to be legit, as we say here. And so, yeah, whatever. It is what it is. Can't really worry about it now. Matt here. Okay, so Drew's back as well. The climb and swoop TT. Yeah, dude, exactly. You got to climb as hard as you possibly can for 2.2 kilometers. Hang on. Just use your descending skills. So it looks like Périponche has caught the rider ahead of him. Looks like a rider called Fajardo. I'm trying to find his name here. Furnace is kicking on hard. Dude, it's still crappy weather here. New best time at checkpoint 1. That is the top of Santo Domingo. Yeah, it is Santo Domingo. 547 for Tobias Holland Johansson right here, guys. He is 1 second ahead of Primos at the top of the climb. Now he's got 9 kilometers of hanging in there. Actually, 11 kilometers, roughly, guys. Just under 11. 13.8 kilometers in total. That finish is absolutely brutal. Total wall after you dumped all your energy. But look at Primos you're gaining. I'm now getting signal here from Flow Bikes, from Itzulia, Basque country. Nothing showing up yet. Hopefully they get right to the action. I don't need half an hour of the sights and scenery of Bilbao. I don't need that today. I need the race. Yeah, new dude here, Matt Lindell. Is it Matt Lindell? Will this race decide for Seas Tour de France participation? Dude, I got to imagine that he's going to be at the Tour de France. Let's go to the start list and see what they're saying for Paul right now. Here's Paul. He is a debutant at this race. Yeah, dude, you're right. So they're keeping Paul's program pretty tight, I think. They want to see how he's going to develop. He's only 19 years old. All he's got right now is Basque Country, Flèche Wallonne on April 22nd. Liège-Bastogne-Liège. Let's call that one the last of the spring monuments, because it is. I'm trying to get the terminology correct, guys, because I know I use it interchangeably. And I know the monuments. There's 5 monuments. Milan-San Remo, Rond-Vlaanderen, Paris-Roubaix, Liège-Bastogne-Liège, and then all the way to October before we do Lombardia. And here's an interesting fact, guys. We were talking about it at the Inside Cycling World Discord. I should put that in the chat at some point here. The link to... How can I do that quickly? I might be able to do that quickly. Guys, just bear with me for a second, okay? I want to see if this paste will still hang in here. Yeah, dude, there it is. So that there is a link to the Inside Cycling World Discord. There's a few of you dudes that hang out in there with me, so jump into that link. That link should last forever. If it doesn't, just harass me, guys. Just send me a personal message somewhere. Now getting some video coverage here of the racing, just the warm-up. So Paul has not been shown to be at the Giro or the Tour de France. I think he should be at them. This guy is the next big thing. Really is. Coming up shortly. So yeah, we got Tobias Holland Johansson. Good question though, Matt. I like that question. Yeah, it probably will. It probably will, dude. That's what I'm going to say. That's my genius answer there for you, dude. Good question. They're keeping their cards tight, aren't they? Oh, there's the hat. Here's João Almeida wearing the Basque Country hat. It's like the little, kind of like a sombrero beret mix. That's what I would call it. And if you're from the Basque Country, do not kill me for saying that. But that's what it looks like to me. Last year, João Almeida, Enric Mas, Maximilian Schachmann, Florian Lipowitz, Mateo Skelmos. Not all those riders are here today. Watching the course go out now. There's the Santo Domingo doing that big counterclockwise loop, downhill, hard corner at the end. Let's get to some video coverage, you guys. And we finish in that park where I think that big chimney tower is. Yeah, it is. That's where we're finishing, guys. Ben Tullett only 2 seconds down at Santo Domingo. At the finish line, though, guys, this is what's going on. Ion Izaguirre, we don't have a time for Primos yet. He's going to come through and just smash the living snot out of them. Filippo in second. Alex Hugo Houle from Canada, 40 seconds down. Eicher finishes 6 seconds down. Zimmerman was the first dude out today, had to set the times for everyone. 56 seconds down in 7th place. James Knox in 8th. Jakob Eriksson in 9th. And Martin, we're just going to say Tata. I'm going to drop that J out of your name altogether, dude. It's gone. It's gone. Over at Inside Cycling World, it's gone. That's how we do it. Yeah, could be just hype there for Balaki, but I think Balaki's going to be something pretty decent myself. Yeah, we got you, Matt, for the race. Yeah, dude, exactly. They're like, what are we going to put? Are we put him in the Giro? Or are we put him in the Tour de France? I would put Paul at the Tour de France. Travels with Tony, and travels with Tony is legit, guys. He's traveled to a lot of countries. Basque Country has some of the world's best foods, steak and fish. Geography with Colin. Dude, there's always going to be some geo talk here. Always. Whether it's geology or geography, it doesn't really matter. And Drew saying the Rioja wine region is just south of Bilbao. On the southern flanks of the mountain range, Colin mentioned the Cantabrians. Yes, the Cantabrians. There's a mountain range I never heard of till I did that Rudy. It was a video on Ruby where I rode like right through the guts of the Cantabrians. Guys, also what's really cool, this just fascinates me. In this part of the world, they still have bears. They still have bears. I think when I read it last, they said there's 2 distinct populations of bears here. One side has like 300, and the other side has just the scattered remnants of like 32 brown bears, which is kind of sad, really. But the fact that Spain still has bears, that kind of blew me out of the water. Like, is there bears in France? Like, they must be. Like, they come across the mountains here, right? They used to. That's one of the stories from the Tourmalet and the Past guys. Actually, it was the wolves. It was the wolves. When that dude went up over the top of the Tourmalet to figure it out for the Tour de France in 1910, they said the wolves come down when there's snow. And so that scared everyone off from going with him. So he went on by himself. The dude went on by himself and basically hiked up to the top of the Tourmalet, got hypothermia, was rescued at 4 o'clock in the morning, and said, yeah, it's perfect for cycling. Yeah, dude, it's perfect for cycling. Matthew Riccatello going out in the next minute, guys. Will be going out in the next minute. Less than Finn Fisher Black, big powerhouse here for Red Bull Bor-Hansgrohe. Think he was Lidl Trek? No, he was UAE. Okay. 1.89 meters tall. Ooh, he's lightweight though, 69 kilos. But that first climb might zap his legs a little bit. Oh yeah, they're showing the finish line here, guys. It is brutal. That is brutal. So it is. They're showing Quinn Simmons coming to the finish line here, but Primoz has finished the race at 17 minutes and 37 seconds. Yeah. 33 seconds already ahead of Ion Izagirre. Quinn Simmons coming up next will finish probably a minute and a half behind Primoz Roglic. Okay, not as bad as I thought. Finished about 1 minute 4 seconds down, it looks like. But yeah, that finish line, dudes, is insane. Insane. Wow, Bilbao. I gotta go visit here. This place looks fantastic. Come on. I'm stuck in the snowy countryside right now, guys. It's been snowing like every 3-4 days. We get a dump of snow. It gets really nice. Almost spring temperatures, 15, 16 Celsius. Melts it all off, and then more snow. And then more snow. And in fact, we got snow right now. Let's take a look at Colin's weather check here over at Inside Cycling World. Currently -3. Oh, yellow advisory, freezing drizzle. When I came home last night from Easter dinner, it was raining. Raining, snow, road temperature was probably above freezing. So the roads were like solid sheets of water. That would have all frozen overnight. So I imagine those roads are just nasty. Thankfully, it's a holiday for most people here. They don't got to drive anywhere. But if we look at the week coming up, here's our week coming up, guys. So today we're going to get to 5 degrees. Tomorrow we're going to get to 3 wet flurries. Thursday it looks like 7. And then, oh, look at this afternoon, 14 degrees Celsius. But then it starts changing again. It starts getting back to flurries and snow again. Flurries and snow again. Just gross. Okay, enough of that. Okay, Tobias Holland Johansson, 5:42, 7 with Primoz 1 second down. Ben Tullett 2 seconds down. At the finish line, though, it's Primoz with a 1 second lead. Oh, Tobias did come in 1 second down. So they flip-flopped the 2 seconds there. Tobias was leading by 1 at the Santo Domingo. Oh, sorry, guys. That's checkpoint 2. We don't have a time for Tobias yet. That's what I'm looking for now. Okay. Okay, he's still out on course. That's what's going on. I got distracted by the Geo Talk, Wolf Talk, the Cantabrian Mountains. Eddie's asking, what is the biggest retirement name last year for road cycling? Last year? Jeez, offhand, I don't know, dude. But, Bauke is leaving. Ion Izagirre is leaving this year. There was quite a few last year. Yates retired at the very beginning of this year. I think it was Jan 6. Quintana will be retiring this year. That's true. Drew saying, I spent nearly 9 years of Thursday evenings at the only Spanish wine bar in Geneva called Soleil Rouge. Dude, I think you talked about that during the race. Did we go close to it near at the Tour de France? Oh, and maybe it was a different one. I think you called out a red restaurant somewhere, Drew. I'm sure you did. Wow, this is going back, guys, like 10 months. 10 months into the memory banks. Oh, Alexander Kristoff, he did retire last year. That's true. Bauke Mollema getting ready to head out now, guys. Kind of like not a huge start area here. Kind of like just a little simple stand. A few people here. Euskadi, Basque country guys. Love it. Oh, interesting choice too. Bauke is on a road bike here. I've got to start watching that too. Ah, interesting. Is this Paul here? TT bike. So they're all doing different. It's Matthew Riccatello. Man, Matthew Riccatello, dudes, is tiny. He is so small. He looks so small on his bike. His helmet, he's got the Spaceballs helmet on. It looks gigantic on his head. But I imagine Riccatello's going to do really well on the Alta de Santo Domingo here. Let's see if we can find his name somewhere. Still no time for Johansson. He's still coming to the finish line here now. Yeah, so Bauke went out on a full road bike. I don't know if they'll waste time at the top changing bikes. They might. Let me get caught up, guys. Drew saying was really weird. The weeks after the UBS bank crashed, 2008-2009 banking crash, the owner of the restaurant told me he lost 40% of his sales. Yeah, they didn't have their spending accounts to go out and get drunk. Right? Here's Johansson coming to the finish here, guys. Dude, out of the saddle, absolute, looks like the lowest gear on that rear cassette there. Just grinding his way up this 19% finish here. This is pretty wicked. Give them that long downhill, let their legs cool down, a little bit of flash to try to start putting the heat back into them. He's riding his Ridley bike set here. And then let's throw a little 19% finish. And I'm looking for that chimney at the top right now. I still want to get stuff set up again, dudes. I think what I want to do here is... okay, where's my chat? I lost my chat. Hang on, guys. Here's the chat. There we go. I think I want to get myself another screen right out in front here so I can read the chat easier instead of always looking down over there. I hate when I see that. Ooh, Johansson really faded there in the second half of that ride. Dudes, incredible here. So he went through Santo Domingo 1 second ahead of Primoz. At the second checkpoint, he was 2 seconds down to Primoz. And at the finish, he's like 30 seconds down to Primoz. Coming up next we have Baptiste Weisstroffer. I picked him. I picked him for like KOM type dude. He loves to go on long breaks, get KOM points. So he's in my VeloGames league. Bruno Amaral. This guy will have a good chance of doing well at this one. So we're just waiting to see Johansson. Johansson will be probably in second place. He might actually be in third. Because it looks like he was 30 plus seconds behind Primoz at the finish. Ion Izagirre right now holding second at 33 seconds. Fortunato only comes through 15th place at 1 minute 37 seconds down. Ben Tullett just finished. I'll get a time on him here right away, guys. Tullett should have a decent time. He was 2 seconds down at Santo Domingo, 3 at checkpoint 2. And at the finish line, we're going to find out right away. Here's Riccatello passing rider number 74. Riccatello has passed a rider on course. That might be a replay because I'm trying to figure out where Riccatello is here. He should be right at Santo Domingo. Unless this is a bit of a replay here. Riccatello is over the top, so that was a bit of a replay they were showing there. Ben Healy coming to the finish line right away. Wow, super grindy here. Actually, his position on PCS is off here too. Like, I'm looking Flow Bikes here. So Ben Healy is not at the finish yet, and he's over 15 seconds behind Primoz right now. Really steep climb here, guys. They're out of the saddle all the way, grinding it all the way to the top. It's a real nice park setting. With the lights, the trees all the way, the nice grass, people hanging out, sitting on the grass with their little towels and stuff like that. Healy grinding it. Look at the determination on his face. Yeah, this dude's going to finish 30, 40 seconds behind Primos here. 44 seconds down on Primos at the finish. Wow. So Primos used his skills on the climb and on the descent because he's massacring them. Let's see the latest. Ooh, here we go, guys. Santo Domingo, Mr. Rica frickin' Tello, right there, guys. Adopt that name. Please adopt that name, World Tour commentators. If you do, you do, right? Don't blame me. Dude, I gotta get caught up. Oh my, guys. Yeah, so I'm behind, guys. Oh, yeah. Okay, guys. Let me just get caught up here. We got a dude here, brand new dude here. Let's just call him Dejuge. Whatever. Good morning from Ocala, Florida. Thanks so much for Ocala, Florida, dude. Oh man, I want to get down to Florida so bad. In the future, I'll do a Disney World visit, but dude, it's primarily for Grapefruit League. Grapefruit League, dude. I love baseball now. I love the slow burn of a baseball game. Now, I will say, I was going to say I've watched all 9 of the Blue Jays games. I missed the finish of yesterday's game, but they were losing when I had to walk out of here. Yeah, the White Sox put a beating on them. They lost 2 games to Colorado. They swept the A's in the first series. Dudes, today's? What is it today's? Today they take on the Dodgers. So I think, dudes, if you want to help me out a lot, if you know your baseball, this dude here, Dejuji, that's going to be your name now, dude. You live in baseball land in the spring there. Jump into my feed that's going to come up later on today, guys, because I'll be there by myself trying to pretend I know something about baseball. But I absolutely love watching it. I think I know enough about the Jays now to be slightly dangerous. I know who the players are, most of them. I kind of get it. I'm going to discuss all the junk I talk about normally here. And there shouldn't be too much regurgitation of what I've already discussed. But I'm also going to talk all about baseball rules, baseball stats, the cool things I'm learning about baseball. Scotty Mac, brother, good to see you, buddy. I'm going to go into Bucket List of Flanders at some point, go all out. Oh, dude, all out VIP experience at Flanders. Dude, now that would be nice. Dude, Drew, is Gregor wandering around the finish line already, Mr. Flow Bikes? Yeah, dude, I need his job. Yeah, so guys, that's what I posted there. Someone says, is that your crypto key? Yeah, dude. That's the link to Inside Cycling World. Guys, if you just want to join in, guys, and there's nothing in it for me. It's just where I kind of hang out and chat with some other... I shouldn't say that because I like hanging out there. There's a lot in it for me, but it's not like I don't make any money on it or anything. It's just a place where you can go and talk cycling. So that's where X-Man's in there, and there's another dude, Scott, who's been showing up a lot lately. He hangs out there with me. Steven Cycles is in there with me. We talk cycling. We post goofy YouTube things to watch. Jump in, do whatever you want, man. I don't care. Dejuji's cheering on Primos. Yeah, Primos has destroyed it so far, guys. Ooh, I like this, though. Wow, look at this, dudes. Look at this. The old man, Bauke Mollema, at 39 years old, goes through Santo Domingo first. He goes through Santo Domingo first, dudes. Right here. 5 seconds up on Riccatello. 10 seconds up on Primos. Checkpoint 2, Matthew Riccatello takes over from Primos by 1 second. At the finish line, though, it is still Primos Roglic. They really screwed up the Fortunato time. Before, I thought they had Fortunato at 15th place. Now they got him at 2nd place. Maybe that was an intermediate time that I didn't see. I can tell right away. Yeah, that's what it must have been. Because at the second checkpoint here, look at this. They got Fortunato 34 seconds down. Does that make sense, guys? So they're saying Fortunato was 34 seconds down at the second checkpoint here. And then at the finish line... Okay, it's changed again. It just changed again. Yeah, it changed right before... I'm going to have to go back and watch this video later today. They just had Fortunato in 2nd place. There's some goofy timing going on here. Okay, Fortunato now down in 18th place at 137. Okay, that makes sense now. Okay, unless my eyes deceive me there. I will watch that video later today just to annoy myself on how terrible I am at this. 2 riders on the finishing climb together here. Looks like a Groupama rider, maybe an Alpecin rider. Peo Bilbao coming to the finish line here. He's passing that rider on that steep ascent here. They must hate their TT bikes on this part. Peo Bilbao has a nice ride here, guys. He's not going to be... Well, we'll see how far he is to the finish here. Now, Bilbao, 5th at checkpoint 2. 6th at checkpoint 1. Yeah, Primos is setting up an absolute banger of a time. So Primos is first at 17:37. Ben Tullett, Visma Lease bike, second at 18:01. So 24 seconds slower. Is that what that is? Yeah, it's 24 seconds slower. And Bilbao will sneak through for 3rd place just ahead of Tobias Halland Johansson. That's what we'll get there. Chat time. Live stream a cycling race will be difficult depending on the popularity of the sport and how popular you are. Football live stream will be more bigger, but have to face the other content creator. Yeah, dude, so I'm going to do my baseball commentary, and I know there's tons of other people doing it, don't really care. I'm going to do it my way. I think their ways are boring. I'm going to do my stuff the way I want to do it, and yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm going to do it anyways. Not really concerned about other content creators. I've seen how some of them do it, and I'm just like, okay, that's their style. It's not my style. Some are just very bland. Some guys are never on camera at all. Yeah, that's not my thing either. Bilbao has a Guggenheim Hypermodern, but it's all about the food. Spain does tapas, that's right. Bilbao does pinchos. Okay, so is pinchos the same thing as tapas then? Kind of like those appies, right? Here's Riccatello, bombing downhill here right now. I believe 2.4 kilometers to the finish. Let's have a quick look here. Where's Riccatello? Yep, here he is right here, guys. They're saying 2.4 on screen here. So PCS has got a lot more delay today than Flow Bikes. And dude, I'm seeing that Guggenheim type museum right now. It's up here on the right-hand side ahead of us. There's a small, looks like a bridge crossing. Is that a pedestrian bridge? That looks like a pedestrian walkway bridge to me. Yep, it is. Kind of a cool looking bridge. And then, yeah, there's this super funky museum here. I don't know what kind of museum it is, if it's just an art museum. Here, I think this is Basque out there, just grinding some massive gear. Yeah. Massive gear. And Basque, remember, is on a road bike. Basque is on a complete road bike, Trek. What would be riding? Not a Madone. He'd be riding Madone, I believe, here. I forget all the names. SL something or other, or who knows. The names are very similar. So 17:37 is Primos' time right now. LMF is here. Whitley Bay. Yeah. Primos, best time by 33 seconds. Yeah, right now it's 24 over Ben Tullett. So a nice ride for him too. Look at Primos' average time. Remember, there was a lot of downhill, 47k an hour. Basically, you climb for 2 and a bit, then all downhill flat for 10, and then you're going to finish uphill. So it should be a very high-speed TT. This is one that would throw the stats off. Fastest TTs ever. A little deceptive, right? Because it's mostly downhill. Okay, just going to keep it on this. Let's actually, sorry guys, I'm zooping around here. I'm looking at all these crazy, look at the compression of the riders there. There's a lot of riders being caught or catching other riders. Riccatello is on the flats now, coming to the finish line. He should have a good time here. Bruno Amaril's on course too, guys. He's only 7.5 minutes in. He will have a good time. So Bruno Amaril is through checkpoint 1. Looking for a time on him right now. Last times, Amaril. Okay, not as good as I thought. He's 23 seconds down at the first checkpoint. He is a bigger rider. So that means, yeah, he won't even show up there. There's Bruno Amaril right there. So this guy's 6'3", probably almost 6'4". He might carry a lot more speed on the downhill section. So let's keep an eye on that. Can he pull any time back to the next checkpoint? I think he can. We'll flip you guys back up here again. Looking really good on that bike. Bruno Amaral here. Beauty of a bike. He's rider number 191, riding the French Champions jersey. Scotty Mac, dude, that weather up there in Canada is pretty brutal, brother. Yeah, dude, it's not really cold right now, but we're just kind of sick of it. We're just sick of it. We've probably had, I bet you in the last month, we've had 4 or 5 snowfall dump events. Like where it's been anywhere from, say, 4 to 10 inches of snow. Like a lot for the end of the year, which we kind of need. Riccatello on the final ascent right now. Spaceballs helmet on. Looking good. Decathlon rider here. Ooh, yeah. Primos, so good. Primos, so good, dude. Like, Matthew Riccafriccantello, future GC contender, finishes 31 seconds down. So, what a difference. So, wow, is that real? So, Matthew went through 1 second ahead of Primos at checkpoint 2. Right here. Checkpoint 2. And then he ends up being 30 seconds behind. Let's see if that's real. I'm just going to hang out here. Guys, I'm going to sit here. I'm not going to move this screen because I want to see his name pop up. And if it kind of does some funky stuff here. Because I saw some crazy numbers before as well. I'm just looking at the timing as they're crossing the finish line. And to me, it looked like he was about 30 seconds down there. Yeah, Scott. So, Scotty Mac. We want some nice weather, but it just keeps coming and coming. Some of the farmers already have their equipment parked at the edges of their fields. Like, they're ready to roll. I bet you right now they're going, yeah, okay, now it's too much. Now it's too much. You can never keep the farmers happy. You can't. It's too dry. It's too wet. It's too this. Yeah, you know, whatever. That's their job, right? Simon Yates suddenly retiring at 33 was surprising. Absolutely, total shocker. They never retire after the start of the year. They always retire on the 31st. Whether or not they have obviously they're not racing to the 31st. Still waiting for times to come through. Primos is still doing a cool down, guys. That's what the pros are like. Primos is still doing a cool down on his bike here. Looks like he's got a Tax trainer there. Same one I have right here, guys. It is a Tax. TACX. That's the smart trainer I use. I'm not sure which model he's on. It's obviously going to be a Neo. It's probably a Neo 3T. I have a Neo 2T, kind of like last gen. Yep. All the pros are going to have the newest, the latest, and the greatest. I'm actually looking for a part on it. Yeah, I'm doing this, guys, so I can see around. Yeah, you know, I don't know why I do that. Not the brightest guy, I'll tell you that. Yep, Spaceballs helmet. Check this out. Ruben here is saying, Riccatello passed me on El Angles climb out of Girona last November. I was doing 300 watts and he flew past me like I was standing. Ruben, that's so awesome, dude. That is so awesome. Here it is, guys. Matthew Riccatello finishes 30 seconds behind Primos. Now, dude, this is so impressive to me because he's 30 seconds down here. He was 1 second ahead at checkpoint 2. Right here. All downhill. All downhill. So that just shows you Primos's descending skills. Maybe Riccatello's lack of power on the flats here. There was about 1.5, 2 kilometers of a flatter section. Maybe Primos just laid out the watts there. Riccatello not being able to push as many watts on the flats. Maybe he lost time there. How do you go from having a 1 second lead to a 30 second deficit? Someone's riding a lot stronger at some point. Next to start, Paul's coming out, guys. Paul will be... He's actually started already. Paul is on course right now. Florian Lipowitz goes all right behind him. Then Mateus Skelmos, Igor Arieta, Quintin Pache, Maury Van Sevenent. I don't know this rider here. Nicola Conchi. Rides for XDS Astana. More of a climber. So we've got an Astana rider coming too with those guys. I hate to skip over some riders that I don't know that well, but I can't remember every single rider. Gonna look back at the profile here, dudes. There's Amaral here trying to catch up with Culset. Culset, future superstar for Uno X. Baptiste Weistroff just ahead of them. Champassin on the finishing flat section. Here's Bauke now. How much time is Bauke going to lose on the final stand? Guys, he's actually swerving. Don, we got some curvy swervy. Don, curvy swervy engaged. Bauke is swerving across the climb at the finish line on his road bike. Unzipping at the same time. Love it. Out of the saddle here. Come on, Bauke. Oh, wow. He's lost huge time. Guys, here's the difference. So, that road bike helped him up the Alta Santo Domingo. He was first up on the road bike. He has lost so much time. He's more than 3 minutes behind Primoz now because he was riding a standard road bike all through this stuff as they're riding TT super aero bikes through all this stuff. So he's lost 3 minutes and 9 kilometers on this descent. Is that real? That's insane. So first at the first checkpoint, then Bauke fell to, yeah, you don't even see him in the top 10 at the second checkpoint because he's on an unaerodynamic frame. He's going to finish close to 4 minutes behind Primoz. That's insane. That just shows you the bike tech, guys. That shows you the bike tech. Kind of grinding to a halt there at the finish. Back to the chat, dudes. Let's check it out here. Yeah, Riccatello was super fast there. Did you just saying back at you? Hot as heck here already. Horse Country World Equestrian Center. Okay, dude, I didn't know that. So Ocala, that's big for horses. I've heard the name a million times. I know it's in that general Disney area. Just going through my emails, guys. Sorry, they keep popping up on screen. This is X-Men saying go to Florida during hurricane season. No, thank you. Not going then. Paul's on screen, guys. Dude, you can tell Paul from a mile away. You can tell by his riding style from a mile away. He's on the TT bike here, guys. He will be on the climb here right now. Actually, he's just over the top here. He is over the top of the climb now. We should get a time for Paul right away. Yeah, how is this so delayed here? They've got a really bad delayed feed here now of Paul. They're saying he's at 2:44. It takes roughly 5 and change to get up the climb. So they got a really delayed feed on Paul Sea here now. He's over the top now on Alto Santo Domingo. Power to weight ratio, Riga Frickantello, small dude with big power. Exactly. Yeah, dudes, I got to catch up because they're all done now, aren't they? Thanks for being here, dudes. Man, dudes, there's more people here today than there was for Tour of Flanders, which kind of boggles my mind. So I'm guessing Tour of Flanders had full coverage somewhere for free. Oh my, I don't know, Groupama FDJ guy, it's Maxime de Comblay. Dude, his road rash on his butt is so bad right now. Both of his cheeks on his butt are showing. One blood red raw. This guy has crashed really hard out on course somewhere. Ow. Man, don't zoom in too close there, dudes. Creepy cameraman. Yeah, this guy's in pain. Didn't see the crash. I don't think it was even mentioned, but he's crashed hard somewhere. And it looks like it's been one of those crashes where he caught all of it just by sitting down. We saw that at the UAE Tour, I think it was as well, or the Tour of Oman. Actually, I don't see any damage to the rest of his aerosuit here. It's his butt cheek and his lower back. Now, hang on. I think I might see some blood on his left shin. Wow, this guy's a warrior. Ends up finishing over 5 minutes down, but man, the guy's riding half naked here. Brutal. Get me off my bike. They just mentioned the crash 42 seconds ago here on PCS. It happened quite a while ago, I think. This looks like Kulsit's coming to the finish now. This should be Kulsit coming in now. Yeah, Johannes Kulsit here will be well over a minute behind Primoz. Like, dudes, Primoz still has it. Primoz still has it. Okay, guys, I got to catch up. Eddie's asking who's the best time trial cyclist here. Primoz. Ganna, Remco. Drew saying Southern Colorado total drought, had our 5th snowstorm of the winter last week. Dumped big rain here in the valley, 19 inches up in the peaks. Pinoy used to live in Florida, been through several hurricanes, but got the strongest with Hurricane Hugo in '89 in South Carolina. Tom Schenk saying, I believe I heard the descent is very technical. Primos dominated it then, dude. He dominated it. Riders coming up, dude. Maury Van Sevenant. Brandon Smith Rivera, dudes. This guy has a TT on him. He actually does. Pan American Continental Championships in 2019. 2019, sorry guys, that's a long time ago. Individual time trial champion. But just this year, Colombian time trial championships. Now, not known for, you know, a country having the best time trialists out there, but he is the time trial champion of Colombia just this year, and he absolutely roasted it. His speed was 50k an hour. I don't know what the profile was like, but he's fast. And in time trials this year, he's only got one so far this year at Treno Adriatico. He finished 28th, so not sure if the results from Colombia translate to World Tour. We're going to find out pretty quick. So he's going out soon, guys. Drew's asking if there's any winds. Just a fresh breeze here. Actually, what is the wind like? We'll check the weather forecast. 13.6 gusting to 20. So a little bit. Just a tiny bit. Okay. This is an Ineos Grenadier rider at the finish line here. Just jumping off his bike, laying down. Who was that just finished? Watching Paul again. Dude, I can tell him right away. He's absolutely flying, passing the rider that went out ahead of him. Like, just see ya. This is like a Ghana type pass. This is number 72. Let's see who this is. Not to point him out that he just got his wheels blown off him. 72, this is Lorenzo Cortucci. He, 72 for Burgos BH. Paul just went past him like he was standing still. Paul is on something here, guys. So, let's see where Paul finished. Don't have any times for him yet. Let's see what his time was like. I'm actually not even seeing times for Santo Domingo for Paul right now, which is kind of shocking. Where are his times? Last times even through, I'm not seeing times for Paul yet. Just hang on, guys. We'll get something here pretty quick. Yeah, it says right here, Paul passes Lorenzo Cortucci for Burgos BH. That just came through. And yeah, let's just hang on here and see what it says for us. Here's another rider that's... No, he isn't on TT bike. This is Florian Lipowitz here. Lipowitz, I think, started right behind Paul. And this should be for the second checkpoint, I believe. Yeah. Okay, guys, I'm going to give this a refresh here because I know I've got times. So it's saying at the second checkpoint, I believe, Paul went through at 7:27. It hasn't been refreshed here yet. It's not been refreshed on PCS. He went through at 7:27. Florian Lipowitz is going to go through slower than that. Riccatello went through at 7:40. Now, that's correct. Riccatello went through at 7:40, but that's not correct according to Flow Bikes here. Or I guess I should say the Itzulia race stream. Paul went through the fastest so far. And he went through 13 seconds quicker than Primos. It's just not being reflected here yet, guys. I'm trying to refresh this so they catch up. PCS, whoever's over at PCS is on a nature break right now. He's gone for a nature break and an extended coffee. Sometimes I do that. We might do that, guys. Coffee's getting cold. Pitcock's not here at this one. Tom saying, Colin, 2 days in a row, it's an Easter miracle, lol. Dude, I know, guys. From the days of going like 30 days straight, live streaming, like, yeah, dudes, like during the Tour de France, I remember it was Steven Cycle saying, he goes, you realize in the final week of the Tour de France, you're doing the final week for the men, and then you're leading right into the women. So it was like 1 day off and then 14 days straight. And in fact, I think the Burgos BH race started right after. I'd have to go back and take a look, guys, how that worked out last year. Actually, I know how I'm going to do it. Here's Matthew Riccatello. Let's take a look at Matthew here. So he did the Tour de France last year, right? I'm lost. No, he did La Vuelta last year. That's what he did. So I got to find someone else. Just bear with me, guys. My brain's not fully functional yet today. Primos, 2025. You would have done the tour, right? Tour finished July 27th. The women's tour started July 25th. So there was 9 stages there. So that last week of the men's, 7 days, minus the 2 days for the women. That's another 7 days for the women's race. That was 14 days. And then I think Burgos. Now, I'd have to find someone that raced Burgos. Let's say Pedro Bilbao. Maybe he raced Burgos. Actually, I know who raced Burgos last year. Uh-oh. Start list, I think it was Labrosse. Yeah, right here. Leo Basso did for sure. I know Leo Basso raced Burgos last year. So the women's race would have gone from what, the 25th to like the 4th of August or something. And then the Burgos race started. So it was like 18 or 19 days straight of race coverage. So yeah, it actually is an Easter miracle that I managed to stream 2 days in a row, guys. Yeah. We're back in full force though. Spaceballs, only one person uses raspberry jam. Lone Star. Dude, I don't even know that one. Sorry, Don. You're going to have to fill us in. Oh, Pinoy here saying that Durango, this is X-Man saying, hometown of Bob Key and Sepp Kuss. Happy Monday, folks, from Dave. I guess the ride from Telluride to Durango, scary ride there, no railings. Okay. Oh, Drew is hanging with the celebrities. He took Sepp to the airport way back in 2014, he believes, for Junior Worlds, and also picked up Ned Overend, the Eternal Champion Classic rider, 3 times when he drove limo there. Wow. Fab Cycling's asking about Axel Laurence. Dude, I haven't even seen him yet today. Is he here? Let me just get caught up on that. Brandon Smith Rivero's out on course right now, guys. Let's just look at the times again. So Paul is the fastest through checkpoint 1. Finished a 1/10 of a second ahead of Bauke. Bauke did ride a road bike, guys. Rode a road bike all the way. Antonio Tiberi's come to the finish here now. Wow, he's flying up here. Yeah, it is Tiberi. So yeah, Bauke took a road bike, so that's where he got that huge, start. Then it started falling apart on him. Paul Sayas, there it is, guys. It's finally showing up now. Paul Sayas, 7:26, 12 seconds down. Lipowitz, 14 down. Riccatello, who fell apart in the last half of the race. Primos at 15 seconds down. But at the finish line, Bruno Amaral did finish 22 seconds down. Yeah, dude, never count that dude out for Visma Lisa bike. And Antonio Tiberi coming through almost a minute down on Primos. Guys, I think Paul and Florian are going to do something special here today. They're on it already. Next to start, big names coming up. We got Emil Verstringate, CX Star for Alpecin Premier Tech, Attila Valter, Roger Adria, Carlos Garcia Pernia, and Jordan Labrosse. I actually just mentioned his name before. He's a decathlon rider. He also rode at Burgos last year. That's where I kind of first figured that dude out. Skelmos out on course, dudes. He's 4.5 kilometers to the finish here. And how is Skelmos looking? He's not in the top. He's top 10, 23 seconds down at checkpoint 2. 23 seconds behind Paul Sea. Paul Sexy. I know I say it wrong. Dave's saying they need some Bike Terra help. Oh, dude, I forgot to message Matt. I forgot to message him. I guess they've had huge snow there in Steamboat Springs. People digging snow off the roofs. Maybe this was in the past. Dave asking, is Alex Sagart here? Alex Sagart rides for Lotto. I think I'm correct about that. I don't see Sagart here. He does ride for Lotto, right? Alex Sagart. Doesn't he ride for Lotto? I'm positive he rides for Lotto. Unless he changed teams. Yeah, because I don't see his name here. Who does he ride for now, guys? I think he's a Belgian. He's awesome in the time trial. I just don't see his name. It's not jumping out at me right now. I'm positive he was... Okay, someone give me a name. S-E-G-A-E-R-T, Segart. I thought he was Lotto Intermarché. He's not Cofidis. Yeah, guys, I forget what team he's on. That's Dave asking that question. Caught me off guard there. Primo's still 1737. We're looking for finish times here. Paul is out on course right now. He's only got 660 meters to go to the finish. He's passing that museum right now. Javier Romo looks like he's on a good time too. Wow, we still got a ton of riders to come, guys. Still got a ton of riders to come. Marc Soler still to come. Clement Brazafonso, who's going to absolutely smash that climb. Carlos Verona, I know he's on my team. I took him as a low point rider to fill out my team. Paul on the finishing line now, I think, guys. This looks like Paul here. I can really tell him when he's sitting, not so much when he's standing. That's not Paul. Actually, it's his teammate. It's a teammate here ahead of him. Looks like it anyways. Could have been a Bahrain victorious rider as well. Decathlon and Bahrain have that same light-colored green. Yeah, that's a different rider altogether. Different team. Decathlon has light green on one side. Yeah, you could tell it's Paul here now. So who is ahead of him there? There we go. Axel Laurence. Someone just asked. He's 10th place overall at 46 seconds down. Rides for the Ineos Grenadiers. 24 years old from Calan in France. Dude, I think Paul's taking first place here. Paul passes the rider ahead of him. Not, sitting on his wheel at all. Paul is rocking again. It's a Curran rider that he just passed. Wow. Paul is so sexy, dudes. Let's just say it, guys. Let's say it how it is. He's sexy. Absolutely smashes poor Primoz apart. Guys, wait for the time to come up. He's about 30 seconds ahead of Primoz. Who was it earlier? Was it Matt? Matt Lindell, I think was his name. He asked, will this determine if Paul's going to go to the Tour de France? Yes! Good question, Matt. Love the question, dude. Just goofing around with you here, dude. Come on, man. That's incredible. What a ride. What a ride, dudes. What a ride. Yeah, Pinoy. Yeah, dude, where's Benny? How's Benny doing? Is Benny going to win? Can Benny win this? Yeah, he's not here. He can't win this at all. Yeah, Benny, can't you see? Your world's just... Yeah, exactly. Oh, Decathlon is Segart. Okay, dude, sorry. Sorry, Dave. I got to think he was Lotto last year. Segart is not here, but we're going to look him up right now. Actually, I don't see him here either. Are we sure about that, guys? Alex Segart. I think Alec. Is it Alex Segart? Why do I not see his name anywhere? I don't see him on Decathlon either. Guys, we got a mystery rider. We don't even know what team he rides for. Wow, dude, that's incredible. I'm going to go down again here. We haven't seen the finish times come through yet for Paul for some reason. Florian, I think, has just finished too. Remember, Florian was 3 seconds ahead. So they're giving Paul a time of 17 minutes and 9 seconds. 17:09.3. I think this is Florian finishing now. He was Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe rider, so we'll see his time right away. This looks like Skelmos coming up to the finish. There it is, guys. Primoz, 28 seconds behind Paul. I think Florian might jump ahead of Primoz too. Might jump ahead. Bringing sexy back. Pinoy saying Segart not in GBI. Yeah, dude, what team is Segart on, dudes? I'm positive he was Lotto last. Okay, I gotta look. Segart, right there. Alec Segart. He rides for Bahrain Victorious. There you go, guys. He rode for Lotto last year. I just remember him decked out in red. Segart is not here, though. Yeah, this guy's deadly. He's only 23 years old. TT specialist. Yeah, he's had a really good start to the year. Lots of racing. But let's just hang out here for big guys because we got some names coming through. Sorry about that. At the finish, we're not getting Leipowitz's time yet or Skelmos's. Dude, we still have 73 riders to go. Still got lots of names to come. Our winner may have been determined already. Sigart in the... Sorry. Sexy in the hot seat now. Wow, this guy looks jacked right now. He's pretty pumped. 19 years old. 19 years old, leading a World Tour race. This dude is something pretty special, I think. Something pretty special, you guys. UAE rider coming up next. This is Igor Arrieta. Already well behind Paul's time. Close to a minute back already, and he's still got probably the hardest part of the climb to go. Yeah, that's insane, guys. That finish is just nasty. Super nasty. Attila Valterardo, of course, he's been through first checkpoint just behind Emil Verstringer there, who's coming up to the second checkpoint. Brandon Smith Rivera, I'd like to see his times on course. He was... Oh, looks like Brandon Smith Rivera. Guys, I was going to say, this guy is a time trialist. He must be on a road bike. Holy snots. He went through the first checkpoint at 5:06, 32 seconds ahead of Paul Seha. 32 seconds. Is that right? Are you kidding me? Did he really? Yeah, he went through the first checkpoint 32 seconds ahead of Paul and Bauke and 31 ahead of Riccatello. So that tells me he's on a road bike there trying to do the old Bauke move, thinking he can hang on in the descent. Maybe Bauke was a little bit tentative on the descent. We heard that it's quite the technical descent. So maybe Brandon's trying to pull something different off there. He's also been through the second checkpoint. I don't see times for him yet, but he is through. Here's Brandon Smith Rivera right here, Ineos Grenadiers rider. So he's been through the second checkpoint quite a while ago. Maybe he's so slow through there. I don't see his name at all through that second checkpoint. I'm looking, guys. I'm looking. No, I don't see his name at all. So either he was just so slow, he's not in the top 20, or it hasn't been updated yet. But yeah, he's 32 seconds ahead at checkpoint 1. Could he really lose 32 seconds in this short distance? I don't think so. But we saw Bauke do it. Bauke lost minutes from the top of the climb to the finish line. Minutes. I think he lost like 5 minutes over Primoz in 11 kilometers on that downhill and the flat section there. Wow. Skelmos finished 4th today. Seas should absolutely go to the Tour. Outside chance of podium. One of us needs some bacon. Ooh, delicious. I'm telling you, too many aqua helmets. Astana, Bahrain Victorious, Decathlon, and Ilbariani. I think Kern kind of has that greenish color too. Yeah, dude, it's this Fab Cycling Center. It's like if you look at Kern, they're a Pro Series team here. They wear the green too, and because they're wearing their skin suits, most of them, they've got that lightish colored green on the arm as well, which starts to look a lot like this Decathlon green right here. Like, I mean, take a look at those two colors. From a distance, they're going to look the same. Astana, a little bit, but yeah, Bahrain Victorious has that same colored green again. From a distance, it looks almost the same in the sunlight. Looks like this was... No, he did ride TT bike. I'd love to know where Brandon Smith Rivera is now. After he massacred everyone on the first climb. Still not... Yeah, no checkpoint times at checkpoint 2. So either it all fell apart or the timers are asleep right now. They could be asleep. Because the finish line times here are not updating correctly, guys. It's very, very slow on PCS today. We know Filipowicz should be up there. Someone said that Skelmos finished 4th overall. We're not even seeing his name here yet. Mark Soler in the start chute right now. Full TT bike setup. Colnago, NV wheels, NV disc, full rear wheel. Not sure about the gear setup here. It doesn't look anything too crazy. Wow, that's quite the bike. Paul's plan is to push Poggy at the Tour de France, already stated in December. Yeah, dude, he's already said, I want to win the Tour de France. Like, he's ready. He is ready now. Clement, Braz, Afonso. Dude, this guy has just going out in the next 5 seconds. I expect him to annihilate the first climb. He weighs like 50 kilograms. Then Christian Cerrone's going out. Steph Kras. Torsten Treen. Oh, this dude. Torsten Treen, let's look him up, dudes. This guy last year, La Vuelta. La Vuelta. Didn't this guy lead La Vuelta last year for quite a while? Let's see if Colin's memory's good. Yeah, bro. Yeah, it's good. It's dialed in, folks. Dialed in here in Colin over at Inside Cycling World. Inside the 10x10 cube of cycling dominance and performance excellence. Guys, Torsten Train last year for Uno X took over the lead of the red jersey. First on stage 6, 7th, 8th, 9th place. Fell to second by stage 10. Dude, he finished 9th overall at the La Vuelta. Like, that's pretty freaking awesome right there. Great showing for Uno X. And he did fight for it, too. He fought hard for this. Like, 9th and 10th, bouncing back and forward. Torsten Train heading out, dudes. GC dude, climber. So he's coming up in a few minutes. Tim Rex, I almost picked him today. Low pointer, but can pull the occasional thing off. Julian Alaphilippe going out. Dudes, I think it's time for a coffee break. Nature break. No attacking me. I'm not going to pull a Tom Dumoulin off. Not going for that. Yeah, dude, I know. I only have Riviera number 1 at checkpoint 1. But, dude, no more checkpoint times for him. What I'll do is I'm going to keep it just sitting right here, guys. So you can see what's going to happen with the times. Because Brandon Smith Rivera is coming to the finish line right now. He'll be done by the time I get back. I got to think he's on a road bike. They haven't shown him once yet. So I can't confirm that. But just that time. Remember, he is the Colombian time trial champion. I imagine their time trial was on a hill. So, yeah, dude, it's going to be a great Tour de France. We're doing all of it. We're doing all the Giro. We're doing everything. And we're doing baseball, too. Okay, guys, I'll be back in, I hope, 2 minutes. right, dudes, back. Sorry about the delay there. In the start shoot here, we have Lucas Nerukugar. Yeah, destroyed his name. Okay, interesting. Okay, so Lipowitz did fade more. Okay, so through checkpoint 2, Lipowitz was down by 12 seconds. Only 3 seconds ahead of Primos at the finish line. Primos was stronger in the back half of the race. Lipowitz lost 5 seconds to him there. Skelmos does finish fourth. Look at this dude here. Michael Leonard, Canada, right here. This dude right here, 22 years old. Yes, dude. Take a look at this. He's a Canadian individual time trial champion in 2025. 12th at the World Championships Men's Elite last year, individual time trial. That's where I probably first saw this dude. Was in Rwanda last year. Wow, that's crazy. He got 10th at a stage last year at the Basque Country race. So he's back with a vengeance. He's here to do something, dudes. He is here to do something today. Really nice finish there. Dude, Canada, not known as the strongest cycling powerhouse. And it does have Brandon Smith-Rivera first at checkpoint 1. He has finished now. I'm looking for his final results here, dudes. I'm not seeing them yet. If anyone sees it, just scream at me. Let me know. Again, he must have been on a road bike. He had to have been. There's no times for him showing up anywhere here now. That road bike could have really pummeled in the last. Brandon Smith-Rivera, yeah, right here, guys. At the finish line, he was almost 2 minutes down. So 30-something seconds up at the first checkpoint, lost 2 minutes in the back half of the race. It just showed up. Brandon Smith-Rivera. Now I can't see it. It's disappeared again. Yeah, sorry, dudes. I'm looking for it here. Brandon Smith. It was just here. It was just here. Now it's gone. So, yeah. Road bike is great on that first part. You need to do a bike change, I think. The bike change would have been worth it. I think the bike change would have been worth it, unless maybe they can't at this event. However, I am seeing this car beside this Astana rider, 1 TT bike and 2 road bikes on it. So that tells me that they could have been able to do that. Okay, whatever. Scam emails. Yeah, love it. Love the scam emails. No one cares about your scam emails. Okay, let me just get back to the chat, guys. I've lost it for now. And we're back. Okay, dudes. Yep. Okay, Spoggy, which language I've seen written most of my life other than Anglais? Hoping Tiberi's saving himself for the tough mountain stages. Yeah, there's a couple of really tough stages here at this event, guys. We can take a look at that here pretty quick. Out on course, yeah, tons of riders here now, guys. Tons of them coming at us hard and fast. Here's that Torsten Treen guy who did so well at La Vuelta last year. Cheering for him. I haven't seen his name since the Vuelta. I haven't even thought about the dude. Looks like Soler here is catching Verona. I think that's what's going on there. Tuckwell ahead, Labrosse, Garcia Pernia. Roger Adria coming to the finish line very soon. Attila Valta coming to the finish. Ooh, well behind Paul here. Over 2 minutes and 10 seconds already, and he hasn't even hit the finish line yet. I think he's in the final shoot here now. They've really got the people pushed away from here. Really good barriers here. Yeah, coming to the finish line now. Finishing about 2 minutes, 25 seconds behind. 2:24.58 behind Paul. Like, that's insane. That is insane. Paul's on something here, man. Wonder if Poggy's watching the updates of this race. Julian Alaphilippe going out next, dudes. Number 131 for Two Door Pro Cycling. Dave saying no Adam Sandler references, please, except Happy Gilmore or the Waterboy. Bacon's gonna bacon. Okay, we got a lot of Kevin Bacon. We got Bacon references, Kevin Bacon references. This channel's gone on a whole other level, guys. So yeah, Paul, Florian, Matthew Riccatello, Primos, Tobias. Okay, that was second checkpoint, guys. At the finish, it's Paul, Primos, Florian, Mateus, Michael Leonard. Dude, so he jumped into 5th place. At the second checkpoint, he was 24 seconds down. At the second checkpoint, he was 24 seconds down to Paul. At the finish line, okay, he did lose time, but he moved up a lot. Looks like that tells me There was a lot of riders ahead of him that faded in that very, very last half of the race. Well, it was actually quite a long segment, the downhill and the flats, whereas Michael Leonard picked up time there on those riders relative to them. So we're talking like Romo, Peo Bilbao, Maurice Van Sevenant, because he's jumped over top of all of them. So, wow, really good result for this dude here. 22 years old. Let's take a look at him again. He is from Oakville. That's in Ontario, Canada. That's on the other side of Canada for me. That's kind of close to where... I think Oakville is a suburb of Toronto, isn't it, Dave? I think so. We could look at that right now. Let's look at that right now, guys. Come on. Let's look. We're going to look for all you geo lovers. Oakville, Ontario. I'm pretty sure it's just outside of Toronto. And looking at it's Mississauga. But dudes, you can see here this whole Toronto area. So here we are, guys. I'm over here. That's my blue dot. It's exactly where I live. I don't know why I've got the remedies. I was probably having to go to pick up at the pharmacy one day for some medications here. Not required by me. Other people that live here. So this is where I live in Alberta, Canada. Dave is over here in Toronto. And you can see that, I mean... Okay, I know I'm going to get in trouble. Oakville's part of Toronto. Mississauga's part of Toronto. It's all part of Toronto. Like, come on. It's all just one monstrous place. Etobicoke. We got the best names here in Canada, guys. Oshawa. It pretty much. Yeah, I'm going to get in trouble. But I'm saying it. It's pretty much all Toronto, right? Like, it's a huge metropolis here. Brampton. They would have been separate cities at one point, but now they've kind of all grown together. So this is where this dude's from. This place here, Oakville, beside, yeah, come on. Hamilton. I lived here as a kid in St. Catharines, right by Niagara Falls. Yeah, anyway, guys, let's get back to the race. Colin's Geography Nostalgia Sessions. And I'm going to give it a quick refresh here to see what's going on out on course. Coming up next, big names. Any big names? Ilan van Wilder's coming up. Andrea Bagioli. Felix Groschartner. He may be out here to prove something today. Nicholas Prudhomme. So lots of good bangers still coming, guys. Scaroni on TV right now here for Astana. LMF, 2 minutes to depuncture. Dude, it's like Bauke went up. Dude, take a look at this. LMF 25, Whitley Bay. Bauke went up the first one, and he was in first place. He's only a tenth of a second. So that road bike, yeah, like where is Smith Rivera's time now at Alta Santo Domingo? Where is his time? It's like his time doesn't even exist here. It's really weird to me. But Bauke did use a road bike and was able to match Paul's time within a tenth of a second. And then after that, it completely fell apart for him on the downhill. Like Bauke finished so far back. From what I remember, Bauke Mollema finished about 5 minutes behind overall on the technical descent and the flat section. So it's worthwhile having the TT bike, but I would have done the bike change. I think the bike change would have made a huge difference. I wonder if anyone's going to do it. I'm really going to watch now to see if any of the other teams try to do that. Start with the road, take the 20 seconds to switch to a TT frame after that, if they're allowed. Now, I just said before, I saw an XDS team car with both types of bikes on top, so it looks like it's allowed. Yeah, Whitley Bay. Who is Red Bull's team leader? Lipo or Roglic? Yeah, dude, as long as Primoz keeps performing, I guess he's still probably the leader, but they've got Florian there. I just don't think they want to say it. I don't think they want to say it. But Primoz, I think Primoz has got like veteran status, and I think at races maybe Florian might fade a little bit more at the end. Let's take a look at that. I mean, Florian did do so well at the Tour de France last year. I'm probably thinking of Vauquelin. Yeah, third at the Tour de France. Like, wow. But for some reason, I think maybe Florian is the team leader, but the road captain is Primoz. Still capable of winning, just not the same. Give him the road captain status. That's how I'm going to word that one, I think, just to cover all my bridges, right? Uh, X-Men. A lot of good strip clubs in Toronto. Yeah, dudes, if you're from the States and you're watching, our strip clubs are a little bit different up here. A little bit different. I don't really attend them. I don't think I've been to a strip club in probably 35 years. Maybe longer. But they're different. Different rules. But yeah, things have probably changed there too. I know, like, yeah, anyway, I don't know what we're talking strip clubs. Dave, Niagara Falls to Oshawa and from the lake to Barrie are basically one city now. Yeah, all around, it's just one big monstrous city now. Whitley wants me to zoom in on Fredericton. Like, Nova Scotia? Is it Fredericton, Nova Scotia? Why don't I know that? New Brunswick. It's Fredericton, New Brunswick. Yeah, right here. Fredericton, New Brunswick. Is that what we're talking about, Whitley? Did you spend time here? Dude, looks like another... This is probably a... Dude, these are places in Canada that I've never even thought about or been to. I just know the name. But I can tell you right now, this is probably a really pretty city. Like, really pretty. A lot of old stuff. Probably some new stuff mixed in. New Brunswick is a really cool place. It's got lots of forestry there. You can see, like, dudes, this is all forest. There's nothing out here. In fact, let's take a look at this place. Look at this roads here. Look, dudes, look at this. Look at these roads here. One road. One road. And there's a place in the middle called Bantalore. What is Bantalore? I don't know. You tell me. What's Bantalore, guys? These would just be like dirt roads in here. Probably for logging. Yeah, you can see this has been logged. Don't worry, guys. Trees grow back. The trees do grow back. Trust me. Yeah, so you can see here, when you want to go to certain places, like, I live in Doketown. I got to get to Plaster Rock. Nah, you can't. You got to go backwards and then cut yourself around. Like, dude, parts of Canada are still pretty kind of crazy. So hopefully that's what you're referring to is Fredericton, New Brunswick. I'm going to see what's going on. Of course, Torsten Treen looks like he's catching the rider ahead of him. Tim Rex looks like he's falling back a little bit. Scaroni coming to the finish. Brazafonso is on the final ascent. At the second checkpoint, Alaphilippe was 38.2 seconds down on our leader. Where's Groschartner? Groschartner should be out here soon. Has he started? Groschartner is yet to start. He's got a 1 minute till he starts. So, interesting. I think the individual time trial has already been determined today, guys. So we'll see what we're going to do here. Flocky saying, yeah, Primoz won't win another Grand Tour. Yeah, I highly doubt it too. Primoz could win a Grand Tour if no one else showed up for La Vuelta. And I hate, that sounds brutal when I say that. I know it. But, like, let's say Poggi doesn't go to La Vuelta. Jonas did, any of these other guys. It's going to be very, very difficult. He's not going to win the Tour de France. He's not going to win the Giro. La Vuelta would be a long shot. Let's take a look at Primoz for a second here. So he won 4 stages at La Vuelta last in 2024. He won the Giro in 2023. Hasn't Primoz won La Vuelta? I thought he's won it a bunch of times. It's just not showing up here. Guys, am I wrong about this? Am I really that wrong about it? Okay, let's look at the 2024 La Vuelta. Yeah, first place right there. Why is it not showing up here? Oh, right there. Sorry. Right across the top. So he won La Vuelta in 2024, 21, 20, and 19. He could win it as long as all the very best don't show up. I think he's still capable of that. With a good TT, La Vuelta will have a TT and a team time trial. I believe they always do. Just having a look here, guys. So everything looks the same as before. Nothing's really changing right now. At the finish, that's for sure. Javier Romo in 9th place. I think he's a UAE, no, Movistar rider. Yeah, this guy's a time trialist for sure. 27 years old from Villafranca de los Caballeros. That was pretty good. I think I did a good job there. What do you guys think? Inside Cycling, we're calling over here, guys. Let me go. City of the Stately Elms. Primoz won't win it. That's true. You're either in a neighborhood, a mall, or an industrial area. Dave, I want to do Halifax. They have a great live music scene. Flocky saying Mrs. Flocky has given up on Winnipeg next winter. Dude, anyone considering going to Winnipeg in the wintertime, just cancel that flight. Winnipeg has great summers. High 30s in Winnipeg, that's very easy. They have nasty mosquitoes because of all the lakes nearby. And they have deadly winters. They have extremely crazy winters in Winnipeg. I would never go there in the wintertime. Yeah, that's right. Montreal's got the underground mall. Yeah, guys, when you travel the, what do they call it? I forget what they call the transit system in Montreal. They're like blue trains. They used to be blue, and they ride on rubber wheels. So it's like a train, but it's not, steel wheels. They're rubber wheels there. They have underground malls there. I think they just called them. They might be just called the Metro there. I think it's the Metro. I was there in 2014, I think, for Formula One. Last time it sounded good. And I will be back this year for the World Cycling Championships. I'm going. I will be at the World Cycling Championships. That's not until September, so I'm going to plan that out. I don't even know what I'm going to do. I have no idea. But I'm going to be there. Inside Cycling World will be there at the World Championships. Toronto apparently has 30 kilometers of linked malls to the pass system. Yeah, in Calgary we have our plus 15. And I think it says that Calgary has the longest interconnected raised walkway system in North America. I think that's a fact. Visma Lisa bike rider here being caught by an Ineos Grenadier rider on the final ascent. Who is this? It's Peter Oxenberg for Ineos Grenadiers catching a Visma rider. I'm trying to figure out who that is right now. Already 40-something seconds behind Paul. Looks like a pretty good ride by Oxenberg, though. Just absolutely smashing it into the final finish. He will finish less than a minute behind. That will put him close to the top 10. He's very, very close to a top 10 finish. He's going to probably miss it by 1 or 2 seconds. Actually, I think he might have gotten it. So we'll see that pop up right away. So no one's done a bike change, which I think would have been really interesting. I hope someone does it. What time are we looking at, guys? We're looking at 20 after 8 in the morning here. Groschartner out on course. On the climb right now. So where's Groschartner? They're saying Groschartner is over the top now. And Groschartner, we don't have any recent times for him. We're going to let that pop up here right away. He could always go back to ski jumping. Oh, dude, let's talk about ski jumping for a second. So this was the big controversy at the Olympics. So this is an actual thing, dudes. Now, this is going to get probably a little R-rated, a little sketchy here. So, when they're flying, they're doing their ski jumping. They're kind of flying along, and they got the suit. It's really tight. It's really tight. Don't worry why I say it that way. It's really tight on their bodies, okay? And the camera kind of zooms in on them. Well, it's so tight that sometimes you might see the outline of a package. Okay, we're just going to call it a package for here. And so this is, guys, I'm not making this up. This is not an April 1st delayed joke. Dudes who are ski jumpers have been injecting themselves in their packages with a certain substance which enhances the size of their package. And then the Olympic Committee goes, oh man, you are packing some heat. Let's just park it there. We need you to wear a bigger suit, please, sir, because of the heat that you're carrying in your lower extremities. The bigger suit allows them to fly further. Yeah. So, dudes, they are injecting their hot dogs with stuff so that it looks whatever on TV. The IOC says, well, we can't have that, man. We can't have a large package showing on TV. So they have to wear a bigger, baggier ski jump suit, which gives them more lift as they're flying through the air. Like, who would have thought of that? Who sat there and thought, you know what, dude? I'm going to inject some stuff. Yeah, anyway, that's just true story, guys. True story. Look it up. Yeah, 4 times at La Vuelta. I just didn't see it right, guys. Yeah, Primoz did all that with Visma. Once he changed pharmacies, his results went down faster than a tourist submersible to the Titanic. Oh, dude, fab. That's great. That is great. Yeah, don't forget the black flies. Yeah, in Winnipeg. The French Canadians understand English but don't want to speak. Yeah, dude, they want to speak French there. That's all they want, and that's fine. All about the aero package. All about the aero package. Dude, yeah, exactly. Dude, that's what they've done in ski jumping. Like, I need any bit. Marginal gains, bro. Marginal gains. We know we're into marginal gains. I got a bigger unit. I wear a bigger ski suit. Therefore, I fly further. I'm going to make my unit bigger so that it offends people, because people are offended by big units. I don't know why. Why would you? Why? Yeah, dude, I thought it was hilarious. I thought it was absolutely hilarious. And it's legit story. It's so crazy, it sounds fake. It's real. Oh, this third coffee's going down so nice today, guys. Going down so nice. Dudes, I haven't even checked today to see when the baseball game goes off. I haven't checked that. I think it's a midday game today. Blue Jays and the Dodgers, and I feel good enough that I'm going to do it today. We're going to have me on screen. We're going to have me talking, rambling about nothingness as usual. We're going to have the ESPN Gamecast feature going where they show every aspect of the game. They show you where all the pitchers are going. I will be watching it over here. So, dudes, if you're wondering how I do this, some people wonder, how does he do this? There. That's how I do it. Okay? Hopefully you saw that. That's just my secondary laptop that I'm using to watch the event. We're actually looking at that Guggenheim-esque museum that's there. Looks super funky. I think that's Alaphilippe coming to the finish here. On the climb now. Almost 30 seconds back from Paul right now. Just dipping behind Florian Lipowitz. Will be well behind Mateus Skelmos. Yeah, he's going to be at least another minute still to go on this climb. Kruiswijk coming to the top of the Santo Domingo right now. Andrew August out there too, dude. Getting it done. Andrew August, remember him? He was the dude that won that sprint. Oh, what race was that? Where he just wheel sucked for the last 30 kilometers. He wheel sucked so hard, and he won that sprint against two sprinters. Yeah, it was awesome to see. I know a lot of people didn't like that finish, but whatever. It's racing, right? Do what you got to do to win. I'm sure Ineos didn't care. Okay, so Gross-Schartner. Yeah, he's out there right now. Let's see if we got a time for Gross-Schartner. Fourth at the top of Alto de Santo Domingo. I think that's a really good time for him up top there. Can he hold it now? I think he's the kind of guy that's going to be able to hold it all the way. So we could see Gross-Schartner jump in here. What's crazy here, guys, is that we haven't even seen Del Toro yet. We haven't seen McNulty yet. Don't forget, those guys are still to come, guys. So this is our first big name from UAE to come through. In fact, let's take a look at UAE for a second. Who's already ridden? Del Toro, no. McNulty, no. I think Arrieta's finished. Felix is on course. We saw Novak earlier. Solaire's out there. He's been out there. And I'm not sure about Adria Paricas. Adria Paricas. I need just to zoom to the bottom for a second here. Okay, that's Youth GC. I thought it was maybe Debutant. Debutant could be the same as Youth GC a lot of times. So Gross-Schartner on a nice ride, only 7 seconds down. Take a look at this dude here, Kevin Genit. 7 seconds down at the first checkpoint. Who is this dude? Rides for Groupama FDJ, 29 years old. Time trialist. 1.93 meters tall. Beast on the bike. Absolute beast. Individual time trial champion of Luxembourg way back in 2021. So he does have the wheels under him. Technical descent. Bigger dude. Heavier dude. Actually, look at him. 73 kilograms. He's so light compared to me. And he's taller than me. That is horrifying to me. Andrea Baggioli here at the second checkpoint is a minute back already. Okay, so we're going to watch some of these dudes coming in here now. Janit's name has not shown up yet at the 2.4. Currently, he will be sitting... There he is now. Janit's is showing up now. 8th place overall. Right behind Primos. Same time as Primos, it says, apparently. So, really good ride for him. We all want bigger packages, but damn, dude, I know, right? Dude, that's what I'm gonna do when I enhance my package. Okay, what's going on up here? Visma Lisa bike rider riding and two... Dude, there's just two random dudes riding up the side of the road. Maybe the road's still open for cyclists on the left-hand lane. Like, that is weird. They look like Uno X riders as well to me. I hope I get a flashback to that. This is Stephen Kreisvik here for Team Visma Lisa bike. Yeah, there's cones in the middle, and there were riders going up. And I thought for a second they were Uno X riders, which is really weird. Nothing was said as they went by there. I'm just going to have another peek here. Yeah, dude, so when I artificially enhance my package, it's only for my ski jumping career that's looming in the future. It's for no other reason. For no other reason than that, guys. I'm only doing it for the love of the sport. That's the only reason I would do something like that. Okay? We'll just leave it there. Bigger package, bigger smile on the wife. Yeah, exactly. When it's freezing, it will shrink. That's why you just pump a lot of the oil in there. I think it's some kind of oil that like dissipates and gets absorbed by the body. So, you know, looks good on the day, and then afterwards, a little bit pathetic later, but that's okay. Yeah, Dave's going to wear his U.S. Postal kit today. Dave, are you working today? I know a lot of places are shut down. I think it's back to a normal day here in Canada. But like medical offices, dental offices are all closed. Raul Garcia finishes at 108 down, putting him in 23rd position. Looking for any surprise riders here coming up too. Look at this. Anders Halland Johansson goes 12th place through Santo Domingo, 12 seconds down. So there's Groschartner showing up. There's Janit showing up. Bilbao, top 10 rider still at 53 seconds. Leo Brosseau coming up next. Julian Bernard, Gianni Moscon, McNulty, Del Toro. We haven't seen Ayuso. So, guys, it's definitely not over yet. I've been kind of telling myself, yeah, I think it's over. Man, it's definitely not over yet. We're going to have some riders get up there. I don't know if they can dethrone Paul, though. That's going to be really hard to do today. Drew saying, I read one article last week indicating ski jumping is going to change ski jumpers' clothing because of that packaging conflict. Packaging. I love it. And Tom saying, and they're securing their retirement job in the adult. Man, this guy is packing some heat, bro. Sign him up. When he's done ski jumping at the Olympics, we need him in film. We need him in the finest quality films coming up, guys. Good one here. Look at this. Ilan van Wilder is catching Velasco right now. Take a look up top on the screen here, guys. You can see him. He's lurking right behind him here on the descent. So maybe Velasco is a little bit more tentative on the descents, letting Ilan van Wilder catch him. Janitz is on a good ride here. Baggioli. Looks like Baggioli's being caught by Groschartner. That's going on right now, too. And we'll just let this kind of pan out, guys. Yeah, Johansson looks like he's doing something special, too. This Fox rider is... I think Johansson's moving quick, and I think Fox is going slow. Let's take a look here. Fox was through the second checkpoint 1 minute 29 seconds down. Anders was through... They don't got a time for him. They got him on the 2.35 kilometer mark. That's Tobias, not the other brother. So we're going to wait for his time to show up. Nicholas Prudhomme come to the finish here now. Currently trying to hang on for fourth place is not going to get it because he's still got to go up the steep section here, take a hard right-hander. There he's taking it right now. It kicks up again here. They're all getting out of the saddle here. Watching the Basque flags in the background. I love it. They're really grinding hard here through the park setting. They take a hard left-hander. Well, that's not that hard. Then they're fully in the barriers. Less people here. Actually, it's quite windy at the top, too. I still haven't seen the chimney. I still have not seen the chimney in the background yet. I'm looking for it all the time. Finishes 1 minute, 11 seconds down. Another rider coming in right behind him right now. I'm not sure who that is. Might have been a Burgos rider here. There's the chimney. The chimney is over on the right-hand side of the finish line, guys. When you're looking back at the riders, the chimney is there. Wow. Okay, let's look for some recent times. Okay, there's Anders. Ooh, look at this, guys. Anders is only 24 seconds down at the second checkpoint, so he's absolutely hammering it here, guys. Haven't seen him on course yet. Oh, wow. Take a look. This is what I love about these kinds of races. Time trials at the Itzulia Basque country, sorted by most vertical meters. Guys, like 2014, they did a time trial that was 664 meters. 628 meters. Like, this thing is nothing. Today, we climbed 225 meters. In the past, they've climbed upwards of 664 meters in one individual time trial. Let's take a look at it right now. Wow, dudes. Take a look at this. This is so good. I'm so glad I pulled this up. Individual time trial way back in 2014. 25.9 kilometers long, and the Panzerwagen. Tony Martin won it. Tony Martin won it back then. They climbed over 664 meters of vert. Contender gets second. Kwiatkowski, Simon Spilak, I don't remember that name. Tom Dumoulin was there. Ion Izagirre, he's here today. He's at this race today, guys. Ion Izagirre, is he at this race today? Yeah, he retires this year. He's at this race today. I think he's got a top 10 time right now. Cadel Evans, Thibaut Pinot, TJ Van Garderen, Alejandro Valverde. Dude, this was a time trial right here, guys. This was a time trial. Jose Herrera, Simon Yates, Steph Clement, Damiano Cunego. Yes. Roman Kreuziger was still around. Rui Costa, Tim Wellens. Tim Wellens, dudes. Tim Wellens way back then. I think I talked about this a while ago. Tim Wellens has been around forever. Forever and forever. And it seems like he's better than he's ever been. Like, some crazy results. He won Grand Prix Montreal in 2015, and he's probably still capable of winning it now at 34 years old. Yeah, insane. Dude, what a cool time trial stat that was, I thought. Andrew August is 10th at checkpoint 2, only 18 seconds down. Does that show up yet? Andrew August, 10th at checkpoint 2, 18 seconds down. Alex Baudin, that's a new name in there, goes through 9th place, 18 seconds down. I haven't seen my Janit friend. Kevin Janit's right there, 10 seconds down at the first checkpoint, not showing up in the second checkpoint. Ooh, guys, I missed it. Felix Großschartner finishes second, 27 seconds behind Paul. Now, don't forget, we got Greasy Stash coming up. We've got the Bull, Isaac Del Toro. We have Juan Ayuso, who's probably out to really prove something, guys. Ethan Hayter's coming. Magnus Cort is coming. Kevin Vauquelin is on route 2, guys. Man, hitters coming up. Brandon McNulty actually starts in just over 2 minutes, guys. Bang time. It's bang time. Flocky's asking, who is going out cycling this afternoon? Warm and sunny in London? Dude, I'm not. I will be riding inside. Probably just doing something on Zwift. Okay, Fab Cycling. Fab Cycling has gone into the details as is right now. And it's actually not a bigger package. They inject the hyaluronic acid when their suit is measured, and then the fluid drains away and leaves a package normal, but you still have 2 meters. Oh, okay, dude. So it's the stretch of the fabric. Stretch of the fabric or the suit, whatever you want to call it. So they get the package huge. I've got better ways to get the package huge. I'm just saying. And then when it goes away, when it gets absorbed by the body, I think, the suit is kind of stretched out a little bit for that marginal gain. Like, who would have thought of that? Who would have thought of that? Yeah, Dave said no. Yeah, Dave's working now. Flocky's asking, Colin, are you doing the whole week of Itzulia? Dude, that's the plans. I do have a haircut. I had to dude, my hair is so bad right now. It's so long on the sides. Rider coming to the finish line right now. It looks like a Soudal rider here. No idea who it is. Oh, it's Ilan van Wilder. Gonna have a nice time. Not a Paul time, but ahead of Florian Lipowitz. Finishes, I think he's ahead of Lipowitz. Yeah, he should be just ahead of Lipowitz there. So Van Wilder here will finish just ahead of Lipowitz. He should anyways. He was 18 seconds down at the second checkpoint, and I think he's going to finish right between Primoz and Lipowitz. So nice finish for him. I'm not seeing any times here yet. What is this? 14 time trials in this. That's an interesting stat. Okay. Let's get to the finish here. Waiting for that time to show up now. There it is. So Van Wilder finishes 4 seconds ahead of Lipowitz, putting himself in 4th place overall. Yeah, so the plan is to do the whole week of the Basque country. Love the Basque riders. I love Euskadel Euskadi, the team. Like I said, I think it's Thursday. I better confirm that. I got a haircut at 9 a.m., so that might be a short day. Yeah, dude, if I can't do it all, I probably won't do it. Now, let's just have a quick peek-see here, though. What will that be? So that's Thursday. What stage is that? Ooh, that looks like a rough day, too. 3,100 meters of climbing. Yeah. That looks like a really fun day as well, too. Breakaway day, smashing everyone to pieces. Category 2 climb. Less than 10 kilometers to the finish, it looks like. Sprint, race downhill, final kick at the finish. Oh, that looks like a good one. Dudes, yeah, maybe, depending on the start time. The start time for stage 4, I'm going to tell you when it's going to be. If I go to live stats, this might work. The start time is 1:19. Sorry, it's 1:19 in the afternoon. I got to take 8 hours off that. So I think that puts me to 5:19 in the morning. Yeah, it might be possible. Might be possible. So that's the one stage I might miss, but it doesn't really matter. We're doing the time trial today. Yep. Let's get back to the time trial, live stats, and we're back. This looks like this is Anders Holland Johansson. Got a nice ride in here, guys. Pretty decent ride for him. Going to finish well over a minute behind Paul, but, you know, it's not bad at all. He's going to finish probably top 25, 30 riders. Spaceballs helmet on right now. Yeah, dude. I want to see someone do road bike, switch to a TT. McNulty on course. Julian Bernard on course. Moscon, Leo Bissot on course right now, too, guys. Further up the road, Andrew August and Kreisvik are coming to the finish right now. So his finishing time, that probably like a minute and 30 down. That's going to put him well outside the top 10. Top 40 maybe, I guess. Ethan Hayter next to start. Magnus Cort will be starting in 2.5 minutes. Kevin Vauquelin in just over 6 minutes. Sergio Higuita here on Flow Bikes, showing in the start chute. He will have just started. Yeah, he's already on course now. So, again, 30-second delay here, something like that, it looks like on Flow Bikes. Drew saying nice head-to-head stat on the left-hand column. Which one were we looking at, Drew? Head-to-head stats, the Seha Grossschartner one. So they've only had one race against each other, 1-0. It's 1-0, guys. But Paul's had 4 TT wins. Grossschartner's had 3 TT wins. Paul's won the bigger ones here. Career TT points. Got messages coming in everywhere, guys. Dave, I haven't seen your message yet. I'm going to try to take a look in a second here. I'm kind of scared too right now since we were talking about packages. Paul's still in the hot seat. Looks like he's having a little bit late afternoon lunch here. Afternoon snack. I want to see, you know what I want to see? Oh, he's eating some kind of like oatmeal nutritional thing. I want to see a pro cyclist sit in the hot seat and eat sunflower seeds like baseball players do. Just spitting them everywhere. Like, just the way it is. Now, Ethan, do not flip the bird to anyone. Do not flip the bird because you will get docked UCI points, apparently. You will get docked. Any changes in the top 10? No, everything looks the same everywhere at checkpoint 1, checkpoint 2. Nothing's changed recently. Yeah, do the bike swap. I guess, yeah, like I said, I've seen both bikes on the cars. So that tells me they can swap, but no one's done it. Not that I've seen. John Wayne Bobbitt looking pretty smart right now. What's the result? Top 10 so far? Dude, top 10 right now. Paul, Felix Groschartner, Primos, Van Wilder, Lipowitz, Skelmos, Leonard, Romo, Almiral, and Ben Tullett rounding out the top 10. Drew, how many seconds below 17 minutes will the winner be? Guessing 16:41, but by who? Dude, I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, it's going to be tough. Paul is a really good time trialist. So is McNulty. Paul's on another level. McNulty, I don't want to say anything bad about McNulty. McNulty's through the first checkpoint. We're waiting for times to come through for McNulty right now. Last 20 times. I'm looking for them here. They're not showing up. James Shaw come to the finish here for EF. We'll be finishing, minute and a half back, minute 40 back. Paul's just enjoying this little Tupperware bowl full of pre-prepared goodness from the cycling soigneurs. The chef. Dude, does anyone think we're going to get under 17? That's my question. I don't really. Okay, Del Toro. Ayuso can do it. But is he fully recovered from that crash? Like, Ayuso finishing second to Ghana at the last time trial. Magnus Cort going out, guys. This guy can do something special, too. He always just pulls it out of somewhere. So Magnus Cort has started here. On course right now, chasing after Kockelman. Hayter just going through the first checkpoint. Higuita's through it. McNulty, I still don't have times for McNulty through that checkpoint. Very, very slow from PCS. Like I said, I guess the PCS guy that's monitoring this one fell asleep. Didn't get enough sleep last night. I'm not sure who this is. They went way, way, way off course on that bend. There's a full 180 at one point. I think it's at the far end. And way off course it looked like. Not off course, but just really, really wide. Got into like the dirt and the gravel. Watch him have a puncture now. Let's get that going. Okay, so nothing from McNulty coming yet. We're going to wait here. I'll catch up with the chat then. Yep, that's right. TJ is an analyst for NBC Sports. I think I've seen him and the other dude there. Other pro cyclists from the past. Bookwalter. Brent Bookwalter. I think they both do commentary for them. Eddie saying Andres Halan race in Tour of Langkawi last year and get number 2 in the GC. Dave saying Ayuso is my blue ribbon pick to rip this raid apart. Yeah, dude, possible. Absolutely possible. We know he can climb. We know he can TT. This is McNulty I'm watching right now. So right now watching McNulty, he's got a 6:45 time. Where would he be on course? Guys, I'm not really sure if this is a replay or not right now. He's coming up to the second checkpoint. That would tell me he absolutely smashed it. Through the second checkpoint, fastest time is 7:26 by Paul. And Brandon McNulty right now is on a 7:08. So when will he get there? We're going to watch it live. So I think he's well behind Paul here at this point. And again, guys, I'm just going with the little vertical bars on PCS here and trying to line it up with Flow Bikes, which Flow Bikes is ahead. They're on same time now. So McNulty is slowly slipping behind Paul's time. And when will they call the clock? He's at 12 seconds back now. I'm looking for where they crossed the line. Where is the marker? Is that it there? No. Nothing yet. So McNulty was 13th place through at Santo Domingo, 13 seconds back. McNulty goes through the second checkpoint, 13 seconds down, guys. So it was there. There was a little mark on the road. I'm like, is that it? It didn't pop up right away. So he's still 13 seconds down. So checkpoint 1, 13 down. Checkpoint 2, 13 down. So he's holding the exact same speed. He needs to light it up now on the rest of this descent to try to pull anything back on Paul. Magnus Cort over the first checkpoint already. Hayter through the second checkpoint. I'm interested in Hayter's time. You know, maybe flipping the bird gives him a little bit of a slight boost. I don't know. Mentally. Something like that. Yeah, Fab Cycling. Be interesting to see how Ayuso recovers from that crash at Paris-Nice that took him out. Yeah, dude, who knows? Kevin Vauquelin in the start shoot, guys. Who else will be coming up right away? So Vauquelin is in the start shoot. In fact, he should be on course now. Yeah, he is on course now. So PCS has jumped ahead of us now from the Flow Bikes feed because I know I'm live. Yeah, that's as live as I can make it. As live as I can make it. But he is on course now. Here's Ethan Hayter. Wow. 31 seconds down to Paul at the second checkpoint. Second checkpoint? First. First checkpoint. So he is down at the first checkpoint. That's Ethan Hayter. So you can see that he's almost at the second checkpoint now, and we haven't even seen those times. Yeah, I think I'm correct about that. Yep. So we're waiting for his second checkpoint time. That one's a little bit more important. McNulty rocking it. So he's a little bit down right now on Paul. You can see it here, guys. At the top of the first climb, McNulty only 3 seconds down to Paul. And that should be it for new names for now. I'm interested in seeing Hayter's time at the second one. See if his TT is back on full gas. Times at the finish all sitting pretty static right now, guys. Nothing's changing. Be interested. Okay, so we got that. Eddie's asking what made road cycling special other than the race itself. Dude, it's the history, it's the landscape, the famous climbs. Yeah, it's all of it. It's who's at the race, it's the geography, it's the history of the area, knowing that you're riding through parts of the world that, you know, have been in conflict for like 1,500 years. Old castles, the vineyards, the food. Again, I said the famous climbs that they return to every year. Some of the climbs have remained almost unchanged over the years. Some have been, upgraded. They cut out little chunks that they have to. LMF, I would love to know finish times of Mollema and Riviera. Dude, I can do that right now. So Mollema, dude, he was the fastest up there, and at the finish, dude, I know it's kind of shocking. It said he was 5 minutes behind. Usually they would show the result right away. Usually it shows right away, and they're not at this race. When I saw it, he was over 5 minutes behind the winner. And at that point, that wasn't Paul. It was someone else. Probably Primos at that point. So maybe I can go through here. See, I'm only seeing the last 20 times here. I thought I just saw Mollema's name somewhere outside of where I went to. So there's Bauke there. He was first for a while. He's second place at the first checkpoint. Out of the top 10 at the second checkpoint. And completely disappeared at the finish. Like gone. Absolutely gone. I think he was over 5 minutes back. Smith Rivera, I believe, was 2 minutes back. So he did a better job in the back end of the race. A lot younger. I think Bauke's 38 years old as well. So, again, I'd love to see a team go road bike, switch to a TT bike. Yeah, I'd like to see that. That might make a big difference. Someone should try it out. Maybe one of the smaller teams can try it out. Who's coming up next? Virgilito. Virgilito is our Jude Law lookalike. He looks less like Jude Law now, guys. Sad to say. Looks less like Jude Law. Years have been hard on him. Just kidding. Just kidding. Yeah, his hair was a bit curlier before, and he looked more like Jude Law. I think if you look at his pictures. Yeah, right here. See? He kind of looks like Jude Law here in these three pictures. Right? 2024, 2025, and then change the hair, dude. You shouldn't have changed the hair. Dude. Ladies love me, girls adore me. You should have kept that look going. Uterbrooks is coming up. Frank Vandenbroek. Luca Virgilito, like I just mentioned. Emmanuel Buchmann. Still a lot of big names to come, guys. I don't even know when Del Toro goes out. We're going to see that name pop up pretty quick. Julian Bernard through the second checkpoint. 48 seconds down. That puts him in 63rd place. Finish line here. This is a Kern Equipa Pharma, whatever race you call it, whatever that team's called. This is Ingo Elosagi. I should get that name right. Equipa Kern Pharma, is that what it is? Equipo Kern Pharma. Again, they've got that same, everyone's rocking this lightish green color, which is very deceptive out there. Decathlon, Bahrain Victorious, and also another team has it too. Maybe Astana has a little bit of a flash of it when you see it in the right angle. This rider is going to be finishing over 2 minutes behind Paul. So probably 79th place, it says, right ahead of Domen Novak for UAE. So Domen Novak didn't have the most incredible time trial. Magnus Cort through the first checkpoint. Interesting to see that. He went through, Magnus Cort went through the first checkpoint 3 minutes and 37 seconds down. So I think he says, you know what? I don't care. I'm going to ride this really slow today. Has to be doing that. Has to be. To finish 3:37 down. Okay, Ethan Hayter not on a barn burner today, guys. He's 39 seconds down at the second checkpoint. That puts him in 45th place overall. Leo Bissot coming to the finish line here. Good ride by Leo Bissot. Yeah, this is a really good ride by him. Coming into the finish chute now, he's going to finish just over a minute behind Paul. So this is an actual decathlon teammate of Paul's right here. So he's going to have some firepower and support in the mountains, it looks like, from Leo Bissot. Let's take a look at Leo. Where can I see him on screen here? So, yeah, definitely outside the top 10 at all the checkpoints, but a really nice time trial here to finish within a minute of his team leader. Okay. Yeah, Dave, I just saw your text messages coming through here. I'll take a look at them in a second. Yeah, can they also switch helmets when they switch? Dude, I don't know. I'm not really sure what the UCI regulations are about that. I've seen them switch. We've all seen them switch bikes from road to TT or TT to road. I haven't seen it once today, which today would kind of seem like it was that type of race. When you're seeing the results of Bauke and Brandon Smith Rivera up that first on a road bike, I think there's enough time left. The penalty is worth the increase in aero. Flocky saying, I thought Tiberi at 66-1 was too generous for GC Forza Italia. Molina is... Bauke Molina, yeah, 112th. Yeah, he's way down. Way down. Swoosh Kid's back. Yeah, so Lipowitz right now is sitting 5th place overall. Okay, Bruno Armoret. Yeah, I put the rail on, don't I? Yeah, I'm so Canadian, dude. I want to say everything. Armoret. Okay, gotcha. Or Armory? Army Ray? Bruno Armoret. McNuggets 3 seconds back. Yeah, McNuggets having a good ride. Let's see where he's going to end up finishing up today. McNulty coming to the finish line now. Paul sitting in the hot seat, got the baseball cap on. Not sure which team he's representing. I wonder if he's ever watched baseball in his life. He's got the AirPods in, it looks like. Listening to some great music. You can tell he listens to like Guns N' Roses or something. Maybe Pantera. Looks like a Pantera type of guy. Actually not. I think more Taylor Swift, but whatever. We're going to move on from that. Dave's saying if Juan channels his rage properly, no one will be close. Yeah, McNuggets. Come on, McNuggets. 3 seconds back at the first one. 13 seconds back at checkpoint 2. He's going to have a nice top 10 finish here. McNulty is finished now. I just missed it. Sorry, guys. I just missed the finish there. But definitely top 10. The stash probably slows him down by about 1/1000th of a second, I think. That's what I think. And we're just waiting for McNulty to pop into the top 10 here. I'm going to think McNulty could be, depending on how he held together, could be 3rd or 4th place. Vocalon on screen, guys. Volkalon still has 7.1 Ks to go, so he hasn't hit the second checkpoint yet. First checkpoint, Volkalon was 5 seconds down, dudes. He's on a ride. Volkalon is on a ride, guys. So he's coming up to the 4.7 kilometer time. At the 4.7 kilometer time, actually, we must be through it. We're through it. He's 12 seconds down at the second checkpoint. Here it is right here. It's now showing up. He's tied on time with Felix and Kevin are tied on time right now. 12 seconds down at the second checkpoint. Okay, Kevin Volkalon. Kevin Volkalon, Mr. Ineos Grenadiers. He moved from Decathlon last year, I believe it was, over to the Grenadiers. And Decathlon looks way stronger now. Way stronger with Paul being there. And he's got a great cast of teammates with him. Just going to have a quick look at who's on course. And now we're going to look to see who's coming up next. Okay, so Luca Vergalito is coming up next. Frank Vandenbroek, Kian Uterbrooks. And I'm looking for the big names. The big names, guys. We're getting down to the last few riders here. We're going to be doing 2-minute starts soon. I'm imagining Del Toro and Ayuso are going to be like the last couple of riders to go out today. So it could all change by the end, dudes. Could all completely change by the end. LMF25 saying PCS and live streams are all non-functional. Yeah, dude, they're all over the place right now. They keep flip-flopping back and forward. One's way ahead of the other, then one's way behind. Magnus Court. What did he do for the second one? Take a look at this. Is weird. Like, could that be right? By the second checkpoint, Magnus Court was 1:55 back. At the first checkpoint, he was like 3.5 minutes back. Like, the timing's wrong. That timing is so goofy. Now I got to go back and watch the video again because I'm positive at the first checkpoint, he was 3.5 minutes down. At the second checkpoint, which is the 4.7K checkpoint, he's only 1:55 down. So what, he pulled back to a minute and a half? Really? I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. I think the timing is goofy. They're just showing the time slips here between Brandon McNulty and Primos. Brandon quicker on the first part than Primos. Got equal by almost the 4.7K checkpoint, 13 seconds versus 15. And then Brandon fell apart on the very last part of the race, which is the majority of the race downhill. So Primos really flying downhill. He's got some great downhill skills, obviously, with the package. Yeah, Fab's like Volkalon for Total Energy's B team ready to go. Yeah, he's already out there, dude. Oh, okay. Drew saying my mouse was hiding Brad's name when I type this. Okay, dude, I gotta keep the mouse out of the way. Sorry, guys. I do that all the time. Dude, sometimes I actually just saw on the screen there. I'm not even sure. So when I do certain videos, like my goofy inside videos, people can't see the mouse. Someone just complained on a video. It sure would be nice if we could see your mouse. Because she was asking, can you explain a bit more what you're pointing at? Well, I'm like pointing like I am right now, going, okay, right here, guys. Take a look at this, you know. On those videos, they can't see the mouse. You can see it here, though. Swoosh is saying, wow, a TT just figured that out. Okay, let me move on here, guys. Dave saying, yeah, lol, Swoosh, been there, done that. Yeah, Hater's just not on right now, Fab. He's not on. Yeah, scary how different start places can affect pacing of TT rides. Yeah, absolutely. So Rivera finished 66th overall. 66. Yet he was one of the fastest up that climb. Like, dudes, just tell me in the comments, do you guys think they should have done a road bike start, switch to TT bike? Because Brandon Smith Rivera's and Bauke Mollema's times both show that 100%. Up the climb, they were some of the fastest, and they completely fell apart in the last 9 kilometers, 10 kilometers, whatever it is. I think someone should try that out. Start road, switch to TT, and yeah, why not? Yeah, not looking like Jude Law anymore. Yeah, court is super slow, but something's weird with the timing too, dudes. Like 3.5 minutes at the top of the climb, and then only 1 minute 55 at checkpoint 2. Like, what happened there? He just like went light speed. I don't get that. Facial hair drag. Yep, we got that going on too, guys. Court, exactly, dude. That's what I was gonna say. Court has won already this year. I forget which race it was. Flocky saying, I hope Sejas Paul Sexy can resist UAE next year. It's going to be hard, dude. I feel bad for Decathlon because they got like an absolute superstar. If I was Decathlon's team management, like, dudes, we have to talk to every rich French company out there and just get $100 million. We need everything we can get. We need all the firepower in the world. French banks should be jumping in to keep that guy, French champion, like riding for French team instead of going to UAE. And Fab Cycling just brings up good thoughts on a salary cap in pro cycling, dude. And I just said give him $100 million. Is it better for all, or are the sheiks gonna chic and just turn pay into bonus? Yeah, dude, they can do that. They can hide the money somehow, right? Magnus Cort coming to the finish now, guys. Yeah, it doesn't always work out in your favor having the biggest budgets, but it sure does help, right? It sure does help. Like the saying, money doesn't make you happy, but it sure does help. Right? So I know in baseball, the New York Mets are like the worst team out there for that. Biggest budget, and they don't have the results every year. Their latest acquisition, Bo Bichette, who was a Blue Jay as of last year, is over there now. And it's so early in the season, they're already crapping on the guy. But I think they paid him $126 million, and he's really hasn't done a lot yet. But it's a long season. It's a long grind. They've only played 9 games, each team, out of 162. So it'll all come back. I think people jump on the players pretty quick. Like, oh, he's a bomb. He's bombing this year. But they're already doing that with the Mets because the Mets are known for overspending and not getting the results. Kevin Vauquelin passing looks like a lotto rider on the final climb. Like, dude, it's like he's not even moving the other guy. Vauquelin having a really nice ride, guys. Paul sitting up in his chair, but no chance. Kevin is already past Paul's time on that final hard corner. There's one straightaway, very steep here, a left-hand turn, finishing chute right away. He's going to catch the Visma Lisa bike rider right ahead of him, too. I think he's going to pass him in the finishing chute. Visma dude, done. Kevin's like, I ain't done. I'm going to bury myself on this time trial. Nice ride by Kevin Vauquelin. He will finish behind, but man, he's showing that he's racy. Finishes 23 seconds behind Paul. So he bumps into second place overall. How do you like that, Paul? Kevin Vauquelin is here to play. Kevin is here to play, guys. Wow, the French. The French are sitting 1-2 at a time trial, guys. 1-2 at a time trial. Guess who's back? Back again. Yeah. Okay, we're talking the Tour of Flanders for a second here. Ron van Vlaanderen. Flocky, is there a draft in baseball? Yeah, there's a draft. Yeah, draft. Dude, baseball just fascinates me. Like, I saw the Blue Jays picked up a player from the Athletics. They did a 3-game stand against the Athletics. Picked him up. He's an MLB player. Just sent him to AAA. Like, dude, yeah, that's where you're going for now. Till we figure out what we're doing next. Their teams, like, it's... I can't think of it. I bet you baseball, guys, and I don't know enough about soccer to say how it works over in Europe, but, like, it doesn't happen in football. You don't go from the NFL down to the next step down because there really isn't a next step down. I guess that would be college ball. So you're not going to go back to college. There's no league below it that you go down to. But in baseball, they're going from MLB to AAA, sometimes down to AA ball, back and forth. So a team like the Dodgers will have like 3 affiliated teams, like A ball, AA, AAA ball teams, and that's where their players go to play as they're on the way up, as they're injured, as they're older. That team needs some support. They've got too many good players. They move dudes around all the time. I think baseball might be the only sport to do that. like at that level. I don't think NBA does that. What's the step down for NBA? College ball? Hockey? Now it does happen in hockey, but nowhere near like baseball. Baseball fans chime in, you hockey fans too, and you soccer guys, just keep your mouth shut. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I want to know. Do they do the same thing in soccer, football? While a fan is pushing an EF rider up here, the final ascent, looks like he was having problems with his gears. Don't see that very often in a time trial. That was Jardy Vanderlee. I think he's got a longer name than that. Jardy Vanderlee got a push. I think he got stuck in gears. Yeah, PCS is pretty far behind right now, guys. Jardy Vanderlee is on that final ascent. They're showing him on the flats here. He was coming to a standstill. That fan might have saved him from falling over flat on the side of the road. So in soccer, football, dudes, I know they have the relegation, but like, okay, so Manchester United, do they have a team below them that's kind of affiliated that they shuffle players back and forward? Let me know in the comments. Okay, this is Kim Lassell. Okay, so Kim, maybe Kim saw something I didn't. Kim, good to have you back. I know you've been here before. Court was 135 at the first check, and yes, they should have changed bikes from road to time trial, it seems. Thank you, Kim. Someone said it. Thank you. I thought for some reason I saw 355 down, but that could just be my bad eyes right now. And I'm like, what? I will watch the video again to see how I screwed that up, because I will watch that part. So maybe they fixed the times. Maybe the times weren't showing right on PCS, but I'm positive I saw it. Utebrooks is on course, guys. Kobo, Vergalito's still out there. And dudes, bangers are coming right away. Big boy bangers coming out soon. Yeah, we've got Okamika, Stone Mate, Exteberia. Wanayuso is yet to come. So, okay, Ayuso's going in 5th place. Oh, look at this Del Toro. Smart pick here by Del Toro to go out in 4th. Guillaume Martin, the professor, in 3rd. Harold Tejeda for Astana. Mikhail Landa going last, dudes. Love Mikhail Landa. I don't care how old he is. Okay, Burgos BH guy, Ander Okamidak. Let's watch it. He's going out on a road bike. I know nothing about this guy. So, Anders Okamika, riding 1134 with a 4058 gearing, guys, here on his road bike. Would you take a 58 on this climb? Like, do you need it? Unless he's not planning on changing. That's all I can guess there. Yeah. Okay. I want to see someone do it, because that's the strategy. Watch the last place rider, Mikhail Landa, do it. I would love it. I would absolutely love that. Come on. Package injections. Come on. Kim, thanks for catching that with Court. Appreciate it. Drew's asking, was Lance one of the first to switch bikes in a TT at the Tour de Suisse? TT up at Crans, Montana. Dude, I honestly don't remember that, Drew, but dude, I keep saying I'm going to do some old race videos. I got to start doing it. My brain's back functioning. I'm getting back dialed in. X-Man, UAE got money for cycling, but no money to defend themselves against Iran. Like, dude, like, what's going to happen over there? The Straits of Hormuz. I missed it all yesterday. I don't know about you guys, but here where I live, we're paying close to $8 a gallon for gasoline. I'm just going to stay at home for the rest of my life. Drew was there at the Crans Montana back in 2001. Kim saying World Tour teams need salary caps. I agree. I agree 100%. It's no fun to watch if we already know who wins. Yeah. It's just, we've got all the money, we will buy everyone. Like, imagine if Paul goes to UAE. So Kian Utebrooks will not beat Paul at the first checkpoint. He's still trying to get to the first checkpoint. That will be the top of the Santa Domingo. Yeah, not doing incredible. You remember Kian Utebrooks crashed out at a race earlier this year. I forget which race it was. But he's well over the top now. He gets, looks like he's 21 seconds down there for Utebrooks. And that would be checkpoint 1. That's checkpoint 1, guys. Even though it's showing here that he's past checkpoint 2, those times are not showing up yet. Okamika is the dude that went out on the road bike. I'm hoping the camera catches him here. I hope. Bring the draft into cycling. Yep, there is definitely a draft in baseball, but it's too long. 20 rounds because the minor leagues. Yeah, Poggy's not here. Jonas not here. It's not a Grand Tour. This is just one of the week-long stage. I think someone said there's 7 or 8 of these week-long World Tour stage races. So Catalonia, this one, Tirreno Adriatico, Paris-Nice, all those races fit into that category. Tour de Suisse coming up, the Dauphiné, they all like fit in that role. 6, 7, 8 days long. Jan Castellon coming to the finish now for Caja Rural. Is going to finish 2.5 minutes behind Paul. Paul's been sitting in that hot seat for long. Okamika is past the first checkpoint. Would love to know if he switched to a TT. No, I haven't seen one team do it yet. Some of these lesser teams, because he does ride for Burgos BH, we may not see full camera footage of him all the way, which is unfair. Here's Extraberria. God, this hard. Heimar, Extraberria. Yeah, okay, I give up. Giving up on that one today already, guys. Swooshkid saying nope, you got it about right. So I think we're saying okay. So Dave's saying the NBA have a tier 2 league. Raptors is the local development team. Okay, so there is a bit of a basketball one. Dave, is it anything like baseball though? Drew, perfect comment here. Players on the way down. Guys, eventually you're going to age. You're going to get slower. You're going to get a bit weaker. May not have the resilience to recover. You can, farm yourselves out to European teams. Exactly. You know, there's probably a lot of great old hockey players over here that would be first-string players over in Europe somewhere. Not all the countries, but you know what I'm saying, right? Oh, Flocky has Okamika on his VeloGames. Really, dude? Really, that's awesome. Man, I hope he dominates it today. I hope he dominates it. I've been sucking in VeloGames lately, dudes. Especially the Spring Classics, because I think I missed 2 races altogether. And so, guys, your picks just carry over from week to week. So, or race to race, I should say. Because sometimes there's a couple in a week. And you'll have riders pick that aren't even in a race. It's happened to me a couple times anyways. That doesn't mean I'd be at the front, but anyways. Oh, nice by Vauquelin. I didn't even see the finish yet. So let's go through it, guys. Vauquelin was 5th at checkpoint 1. Vauquelin was 4th at checkpoint 2. Oh, I did see the finish. And he's 2nd. So Vauquelin was speeding up all the way, moving up. Okay, so we have seen that. I kind of forgot about that already. Short-term memory, terrible. Long-term memory, incredible. 5 riders yet to start. Juan Oyuso is in the start chute now. He will be getting chased by Del Toro. Oh, yeah, dude. The chase will be on. So good. So good. I love it. Dave's saying that race organizers may have banned unneeded bike changes. And Dave, I thought that might be the case too, but I have been seeing cars using with both bikes on top. So if it's unneeded, why would you take a road bike or why would you take a TT bike? Like it should be, well, maybe the rule is if you need a bike, then you can pick the bike you want. It might be something crazy like that. Otherwise, you're not allowed. I would just fake a bike change then. I would break all the rules. Let's see where Okamika is. So Okamika did not crack the top 10 by checkpoint 1 on that road bike. And I'm not seeing any times for him here yet coming through. Trying to see something here, guys. Sorry. Okamika, where are you, bro? Where are you? We'll get some numbers here soon. Juan Ayuso on course now, guy. This is going to be good. Juan Ayuso on the TT bike, riding the Trek. What is the Trek's TT bike? Anyone know the name of it? I forget the name of their TT bike. Trek fans, unite. Engage. Activate. Oh, okay, so Kim got quartz time from Itzulia. So Kim, so what that tells me is either my eyes are really bad or PCS had the numbers way out, because I swear it said 355. And then he was down to 130 by checkpoint 2. I'm like, okay, that probably makes more sense, because I thought, why would he be that slow? Unless he's just babying it. But how could he gain that much time back? It's impossible. So 155 sounds right, and he was at 130 by the second checkpoint. Isaac will catch Ayuso on the final climb. Oh, that'll be juicy. Ayuso in the start shoot. Sorry, Del Toro in the start shoot now. He's riding a 62.46, dudes, with an 11.30 in the back. 62 on the front. Yeah, no wonder they can crank the big gears. My CX bike over here, guys, I have a 50 on the front, and I upgraded it. It used to be I think it used to be a 46 on the front. Like my bike I use inside. Oh, Dave's saying, I think Paul is going to Lidl Trek. More likely, they do have a bankroll too. Dave's also saying UAE is juggling too much talent already. That's true too. If Poggy retires, they go hard after Paul. Although Poggy's saying he wants to do the Olympics in 2028. So that gives us another 2 years of Poggy. I think someone's going to lock Paul in hard for like a lifetime contract. Here's Akamika now. Akamika's on a time trial bike. He is on a time... Dude, this guy is... I want this guy to win everything. I want him to win the Tour de France this year. This guy did it. How cool is that, guys? I'm so excited by this. I got to double check. Burgos BH rider. Oh, it's not. Okay, unless I got the name wrong. I thought it said 77. It must be him, because there's no other Burgos rider out there. Fajardo went way earlier today, so Akamika 71. I thought I saw 77. So you guys, my eyes are sketchy. He is now on a TT bike. I have no idea what his times are like. There's Akamika. That has to be him. So he did switch. So yes, dude, you the man. You're my new favorite cyclist for today anyways. Next half hour. LMF 25, man, you will have a team of reserves. Players can also be loaned out to other teams during the season. They loan players out? So is it basically, dude, we'll lend you this player out, but it's going to cost you 400,000 quid, whatever you guys say over there. I love the quid. What did the quid stand for? A quid is a pound, but why don't you just say a pound? Why did it become a quid? Like, was a quid, a quid must have been something. So that team of reserves, are they pro players that are just like on the bench? Are they playing for different teams that they can say, dude, we need you, get up here. Joe Blow blew his hammy out. He was doing some package injections and was doing a lot of stretching at the same time, trying to enhance his package. And we need you this weekend, dude. Get up here, going to the big leagues. That's my guess. Okay, so yeah, I actually bounced back there in the comments, guys. Thanks for the comments. Yeah, Kim's saying the same thing. Pro soccer in Europe, loan players to different teams or leagues. That's fascinating to me. Dude, I should do a soccer one, eh? Nice and slow. We do all... Dude, I could. I know I could. I could do it. Just, I would have no knowledge of what I'm talking about. Fake it till you make it. Dude, I might do it. Okay, dudes, check this out. Anders Akamika at the first checkpoint is only 4-5 seconds off the lead. Anders Akamika, Flocky, did you say you picked him? This guy is the man of the day. He switched to a TT bike. He might be able to do something really special here. Dude, it's so good. Like, guys, he's not Paul quality, Lipowitz quality, Vauquelin quality, but he's a dude that's on like a lesser team. A Pro Series team. He's 33 years old. He's 1.9 meters tall. Like, he's a freaking giant. Doesn't really have a lot of TT results, but then again, he doesn't have a lot of results on PCS in general. He did just finish 23rd at the GP McGill Indoor. So let's not knock this guy at all. I'm looking for some TT results out of him. That's what I got to do right now, guys. Oh, this guy is going to bring it to the top. So he was 19th last year in the Spanish Individual Time Trial Championships. But what about a race? 48th at the Occitania race. So, you know, not at the very top, but I think a smart strategy by Burgos to get a rider close to the top today. Maybe it'll work. Just doing a bike change. Okay, guys, we can't finish top 10. Okay, we're having a replay of Juan here. Oh, he kicked his back wheel out on that sketchy turnaround. So there is a 180 corner. Sorry, guys, if I'm screaming into the mic today. I think I'm going to do that from now on, though. Just, yeah, turn the volume down. He kicked his bike back wheel out on that corner. There's a little gravel on the side, and his back wheel just kicked right out. He could have been down, flat out on the pavement as usual. Yeah, dude, that's awesome. Ander Okamika. Ander. Dude, I want to see a second checkpoint time. 4.7K. What is his time? He's on the TT bike. He's a big dude. He's 1.9 meters tall, walking around. Just got a presence in public. Let's see it, dude. Let's see it. I'm cheering for this guy today. Yeah. I love it. I love it. Flocky, Manchester, you have a feeder club in Belgium. I think other teams do the same. Okay, so they just have... I would imagine soccer's so big in Europe. There's so many different levels that they're capable of doing it. Because baseball's that way in the States, guys. It's just gigantic. And guys, I used to collect baseball cards as a kid, and then I never watched a game for years. Last baseball games, 2018, I saw the Angels play. I think they were still the California Angels at that point. I don't think they were the LA Angels or the Anaheim Angels or whatever they call them. Sketchy corner for Ayuso. He's through it, no problem. He's through it, no problem. Let's see the times here. There he is, Ander Okamika, 6th up that climb. On par with Kevin Bockelon, Riccatello, McNulty. However, they did it on TT bikes, guys. So I think this is just a smart strategy for Burgos to get a rider way up there today. Otherwise, they probably wouldn't have a chance as a Pro Series team. Oh, Dave's saying the Raptor 905 play in community college gyms. Feeder teams are not the norm for most clubs from Whitley Bay here. Pinoy, X-Man is saying they changed courts time. So maybe I did see 3:55. Kian Uterbrook's coming to the finish. Going to be well back behind Paul Sayas here. He's going to be about a minute 35 seconds down. Minute 26 down. Bad math here by Colin. Look at this, guys. Checkpoint 1. Isaac Del Toro is only 20th fastest time at 5:52. So he's only 20th fastest time. They're showing a replay here of someone. Why are we seeing this? Just trying to figure out who we were watching there. Everyone should be on course now, guys. Everyone is on course. Landa. They were showing Landa going. I'm just thinking Landa might have gone on a road bike. I'm like, is that a dude on a road bike? It was a slow-mo replay. So Del Toro not killing it at the first checkpoint. 19th place down, they say. Yeah, so different times here. I'm not sure what I read there before. 14 seconds down at the first checkpoint gives him 19th place overall so far. Wano Yuso, though, at the same checkpoint is 24 seconds down. So Del Toro's already 10 seconds up on Ayuso at the first checkpoint, which is the top of the Santo Domingo. Things can change here rapidly, guys. Okay, so Okamika, he is falling back. He was 102 at the second checkpoint. That throws him down to 102nd place. So the little test, the little tactic they took on did not work totally for him. But it was good to see someone try it. At least we know now. Trek TT Bike the Jerry? Dude, I've never heard of that name. Okamika, Gadoosh. Yeah, dude, I wished he was going to do something special there. I think a lot of the other riders, the other GC guys should have used that strategy because it would have made a huge difference, I think. Huge difference. Yeah, Bernardino will be lobbying hard to keep Sayar on a French team. Good old Laurent Fignon. Dave is going to go get his final snack before his start shoot. Yeah, so we're looking for the 4.7 times. Okay, so we got Juan Ayuso through 4.7. Remember, he's ahead of Del Toro on the road. He's through at 32 seconds back, only 34th place overall. Del Toro is moving a lot quicker than Ayuso is right now. Remember, Ayuso did have that injury earlier on in the year, way back at, what was it, Paris-Nice? Some sketchy riding here, too, by Ayuso. Like, I need to see a replay of that. That looks like he was going to crash there. Kind of skittering around on the road. I think he didn't understand the way the road... Dudes, I'm going to back this up right now because I saw something crazy there. So Ayuso's coming out of this corner. misses the bend he's supposed to take, and goes around the far outside of the barriers. I think he thought he was going straight. Where is his team car screaming at him? He totally messed it. He lost all his speed on that corner, guys. Come on, Juan, let's do it. So, dudes, it was a left-hand bend onto a big open highway, and they got the barriers up, like with the taping like this, but there was a little chute that you can go through. He went through the little chute, had to correct, kind of skittered, and then resumed his path. Probably scrubbed 10, 15K off his speed. Easy. Has to get back up to speed. So, 32 seconds down there. I think we're going to see Del Toro gobble up that time. The gap on screen looks pretty good for these two. Kind of weird here, too. Look at this. Landa has passed Tejeda out on course. Landa is on a TT bike. What happened to Tejeda there? Tejeda through the first checkpoint was only 17 seconds down in 24th place, but they've got Landa on course ahead of Tejeda. Landa went out last. He's got number 1 on his back. So I'm not sure what happened there. Mikhail Landa here. We're going to get his time right away. Very delayed here, guys. Because on PCS, they've got him wait. I'm not even sure if I trust that on PCS right now. On flow bikes, I'm waiting for his time through the first checkpoint back at Santo Domingo. And he is still climbing, so just take this Landa positioning here and throw it in the garbage for now. I don't trust that at all. I think they've got them flip-flopped or something. Come on! Reserves play reserve matches. A good performance gets them bumped back to the first team. Loans usually mean the receiving club pays the wages. That's from LAMF 25. Interesting, dude. Dude, I like that kind of stuff. Okay, so there goes Landa around that sketch corner with the gravel. He's already... Well, he's riding a good time here, guys. He's only a few seconds behind Paul right now. Slowly drifting. That was the time. Landa goes through 7.45 seconds down on Paul. Landa is riding a full TT bike, so he's absolutely doing an awesome job out there. Mikhail Landa, dudes. Less than 8 seconds behind a dude that's probably almost 20 years younger than him. Am I right about that? Am I right about that? How old is... Well, Mikhail Landa is probably 36, I think, this year. And Paul is 19. So I'd say that's a pretty good turnout for Landa. Once I see some time, I need to see his name somewhere to pull him up. We'll see that in a second here. Ayuso doing his thing here. Yeah, it even says there's small mistake by Ayuso. Probably cost him 5-6 seconds, I bet you. Dude, it's like, I kind of feel like even watching this here, we're going to the museum stretch now. It's kind of like Ayuso doesn't know where he's going. Like he didn't pre-ride it or something, or his team car is giving him bad directions, which I doubt it, or he's just not listening to anyone. What do you guys think? Would Ayuso not listen to direction? Yes. Yeah, so, guys, the soccer talk, I love it. It makes me want to watch soccer now. Never really thought about watching it. I watch soccer, World Cup. That's it. Actually, Calgary has a team. I think they're called Cavalry. I think they're what they're called. I think it's a professional series league in Canada. I might go watch some of that. I thought about it. And unfortunately, Calgary does not have any pro baseball level team at all. We used to have the Cannons back in the day. I did see one of those games way back when. In football terms, there are buying players clause who's still in the contract, and also there is a loan to the club to get more game time. Okay, that's from Eddie. Yeah, the LA Angels of Anaheim, that's what they're called now. Yeah, Ayuso is just riding not great, guys. Del Toro looks like he's doing pretty good. I'm waiting for a Del Toro. Okay, at the second checkpoint, 4.7 kilometers. It's right here on screen, guys. I'm pointing with the pointer. He's 21 seconds off first place, 14th overall. Ayuso is in 40th place. 34th place. So Ayuso moved up from 40th at the first checkpoint to 34th at the second checkpoint. And again, they've got Landa ahead of Tejeda. Guillaume Martin still out there. Look at the gap between Del Toro and Martin. Massive. Absolutely massive here. Looks like Ayuso is going fast enough, though, that he's not going to be caught by Del Toro, which would have been incredible. Del Toro definitely on the better ride, but actually Del Toro not doing the ride. I thought these two would have been doing way better than this. I honestly thought they would be challenging Paul. Yeah, Paul, sign up with Decathlon. Get your $60 million, whatever it is. Sign up, dude. Sign up. Don's back. Guess who's back? Don was out for a test drive of a new car. Yeah, Dave, you're right. Race rust for Juan. That's what I'm thinking too. He's been trying to recover. He's probably been riding the inside trainer the whole time. Don, this race is 6 stages long. It finishes up on Saturday with a couple of really good mountain stages. Flocky, right here. Don't forget your Shelter Priest picks for VeloGames, dude. I know. I'm thinking about it. Landa is still 20 years younger than me. Me too, dude. Oh, wow. Drew's got a good one here. Ayuso coming up into the finish line now. Dude, I love stuff like this. It kind of gives me the tingles. Never will forget Fignon's last appearance on French TV at the Tour de France, knowing his cancer would kill him by the springtime. Dude, that's sad. And then his idiot colleague blurted out, "What a great tour. Can't wait until the next one. Laurent, we'll see you there." Like one of those? Yeah, that's brutal, dude. That is brutal. I would hate knowing this is your timeline. How horrifying that would that be? Ayuso coming up that last steep ramp before the left-hand bend into the finish. Over a minute behind Paul. Hey, Paul, you need a pay raise. You need a pay raise right now. How much does Paul get paid right now? Does anyone know? I have no clue. It should be tens of millions of dollars. Yeah, adrenaline brain for Juan. Fighting too hard to impress and prove it in his contract. Yeah, Dawn, so this one goes through this week and finished on Saturday just in time for period. Yeah, dude, I'm doing that one too. So Juan's finish, not the greatest performance here. Let's see what he got at the finish line. It's going to take a while to refresh you guys. I didn't actually see his final time going across the finish line there. Let's just look at the finish here. How far back was he? Ayuso outside the top 10, guys. Paul, Vauquelin, Groschartner, Primos, Ilan Van Wilder, Florian Leipowitz, Andrew August. Yes, dude. Brandon McNulty, Skelmos, Leonard from Canada, Javier Romo from Movistar, 11th place, and Bruno Armire. I hate saying it that way. 12th place. I knew he'd do well. Del Toro on the final climb now, too. Will not be Paul. Will not be Paul. No one under 17 minutes, guys. No one. Paul sitting in the hot seat, just, yep, I'm the man. I'm the future of cycling right now, dude. How does he handle that pressure and that stress without getting a big head? Eee. Wow, dude, is that true, Drew? I don't want to make fun of this, but Drew says, when that idiot said that, Fignon burst into tears and fell out of his seat crying, and the third announcer looked at the idiot like, how could you be so insensitive? Really? That happened? Dude, I didn't even know that story. That is... Wow. Dude, that is absolutely brutal. Brutal. Dude, I wonder who that dude was. Did he ever work again? That's where you just like, yeah, you're gone. You're gone. Yeah, Ayuso not impressive today. Flocky, I am going to Roubaix. Ferry train bike. Oh, Flocky, I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous. Flocky, we'll be looking for you in the crowds. We will be looking for you in the crowds. So, dude, we still have 3 riders out there. Let's let them finish off. We got Martin, Landa, and Tejeda. I don't know how Landa is that far ahead of Tejeda when they started 2 minutes apart on the screen. Landa definitely went out last. I don't understand what's going on there with PCS right now. Landa had a good start. Where is Landa right now? Landa's got 3.6 kilometers to go riding for Soudal Quickstep. Don't really see times for Landa popping up here. Yeah, nothing showing up. Why don't they have more Landa times? Like, come on. In fact, I don't see why. I thought Landa was top 10 here. Yeah, very strange. Landa's times are all messed up, guys. They have to be. He's not showing up in the top 20 at the first climb. and he's not showing up in the top 20 at the second one yet. On screen here, it was showing that he was doing quite well, like 7.45 seconds back. Where is that? Really weird. Yeah, dude, Paul's rocked it, Don. Paul has rocked it. Guillaume Martin on the final climb right now will finish well behind Paul here. Probably, I'm going to say 2 minutes back. Guillaume Martin is a climber as well. Just not matching up to Paul's speed today. So we'll watch that finish up. You someday. Yeah, exactly. Paul went about halfway through. He went about halfway through. Del Toro and Ayuso were like 4th and 5th last out. So I would say Paul's been sitting in the hot seat for about half the race. Yeah, he probably went about halfway through the start list today and absolutely just smashed it. I think Lipowitz was out there at almost the exact same time as him. Vauquelin went a little bit later. Riccatello was quite early as well. Wow, what a team. First place, Frenchman. 4th place, a Frenchman right now. Alex Baudin, 10th place, another Frenchman. Sorry, that's the whatever. So yeah, we go. Even better, guys. That was second. First and second, French dudes. Bruno Armire, 12th place. This guy is good too, man. I really like this guy. Every time I watch him race, love him. Real fighter, will go in the breaks, doesn't hide, is a good time trialist. I like this kind of rider. Not a protected rider. Let's leave it there. Scott's back. Scott, you just made it, dude. You just made it for the finish here. We've got 2 riders left on course. Harold Tejeda just finishing up now. Will not touch Paul's time. And Mikhail Landa will be finishing last. Paul Seaz just destroyed the field today. Destroyed them all. Paul in first place at 17:09. Kevin Vauquelin at 23 seconds back. Groschartner 27 back. Primos 28 back. Yeah, we're going to see where Ayuso and Del Toro slot in once these results get updated here. Looking for that right now. It says here, Del Toro looks like he's going to finish 16th overall. Ayuso outside the top 20. He was riding kind of sketchy. He definitely had one error bobble on screen that I caught where he kind of ran. He almost ran off the course, recorrected, but would have lost a lot of speed. Mikhail Landa out there doing his thing still. 700 meters to go. Mikhail Landa at 16:35. I think Mikhail Landa is still on a really good ride here, guys. Even though his times, well, there we go, dudes. Now they're showing up. There, finally. He was there 10 minutes ago. Mikhail Landa was only 7.45 seconds off of Seja's time at checkpoint 1. At checkpoint 2, Landa is only 16 seconds behind Paul Seja. So right now, guys, Landa is outriding Del Toro and Ayuso right now. So let's see how he holds up. Nice ride for Tejeda here. He gets into the top 20, finishes 17th overall. That's really good for him. But I'm really impressed with Landa here. Mikhail Landa. Let's get it, dude. He is 36 years old. He's 17 years older than Paul. Quite a bit older than Del Toro. Quite a bit older than Ayuso. This suits him. I'm really happy to see this. Bet you Paul's happy to see it too. Paul probably grew up watching Landa race. Yeah, the Spanish love this, dude. They absolutely love this. They are cheering on Landa here all the way. Come on, Landa, stay in the top 10. I think he might slip out just out of the top 10 here. Yep, he's going to slip out. He just missed top 10. Oh, man, what an awesome ride. Awesome. That is the ride right there. That is the ride right there. Mikhail Landa looks like he's going to finish 13th place. Who would have thought that? Did anyone predict that today? I didn't pick him. Landa will finish in 13th place. I think he finishes ahead of Del Toro, if you can believe that. Wow, what a ride, what a day. Paul wins the day, guys. Let me finish up with the chat here. Drew saying, yeah, I watched it happen. Can't remember their names. I wonder if YouTube has a clip. Might have to search in French. Dude, I'm going to look that up. Scott's just getting back to the race. Looks like Seo knocked out Primos. Yeah, definitely. So we've got a 1-2 French win, guys. 1-2 French win. With Paul Sea and Kevin Avacalon. Groschartner in third. Primos fourth. There. Mikhail Landa finishes. They give him 18th. 18th overall for Landa? That's weird. Just before it showed him ahead of Del Toro. Okay, maybe there's some time corrections there. Really nice ride for Landa there. That's kind of my ride. And how about this Michael Leonard dude? How about this Michael Leonard dude here, the Canadian guy? Guys, this is not a sport that gets pushed hard in Canada. Tell me that. Hayter did finish top 20. It looks like Baudin. 4 riders top 20 French. Got a lot of Spaniards. Landa, Bilbao, Romo. 2 Americans in the top 10. Andrew August, future star. McNulty still there with the greasy stash. Love it, dudes. That was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun here, guys. Let me just back up here. Del Toro not good either. Yeah, Del Toro didn't like blow anyone out of the water. Good enough. He's going to have to pull back time on those climbs, which we know Paul will be fighting him all the way. Day 1, it's okay. Chapeau, Landa. Yeah, dude, exactly. For Landa to do that, like, holy crap. Dude, I love... How much longer is Landa going? What does his contract say? Okay, Landa's got a contract through this year. I think Landa will keep riding for a couple more years. He's still really good. You know, he got 15th at Catalonia. Take it. It's UCI points, right? Still wants to fight, still wants to perform. If he was ready to retire, he wouldn't have like just destroyed himself that hard in that time trial. Like, he absolutely went for it. Full gas, guys. Full gas. Kim, I like Landa, and he's Basque. Dude, I've always loved... I called you dude. You're a dude. I've always loved Landa. I've always wanted more from him. I remember him way back when at Sky, I think it was. When they were like in their black and white kit. Landa was there, right? Was Landa there? Am I just like doing too many injections today? Landa, yeah, back at Team Sky in 16 and 17. Remember he came there? I don't know why. Well, that was Chris Froome years. He was probably brought in just to support Froome. Went to Movistar, Bahrain victorious. Yeah, keep riding, dude. I love guys like this. Love dudes like this. I've got a new favorite rider every half hour, it seems, and he's it right now for the next half hour. Flocky's asking, last French winner of Itzulia, Jalabert? Really? Dude, I wouldn't know that right now. I would not know that right now. I'll have to look that up. I'm super happy for France, Kim. Don't often see a hill like that near the end of a TT. That's a fun twist. Yeah, dude, it hits 19% at the finish line after that really cool, funky museum. Looking at it right now on screen here. The French have been waiting a long time for top-level French riders to come along, and they're here. Kevin and Paul. Dude, absolutely, Kim. You got it. Only time will tell with Paul. We've got a latecomer here, but let's say hi to... We're going to say Angel. 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 I'm going to say Angel who. Greetings, everybody, from Baja, California, Mexico. Obviously supporting Isaac Del Toro. Isaac didn't have the best start today, but he is 13th overall. It is a time trial. Isaac could easily win this race. I'd say on paper, he's probably the favorite for the race with Paul, and Ayuso just maybe one step back. I would say the odds right now would say Del Toro and Paul together. After this, I think people will be throwing everything at Paul. Yeah. Landa has been around so long, it was when Ineos was Sky, when he was on the Sky train, as they called it. Yeah, that final kick, there's a 19% kick there in that TT there. Dude, watch it all. Dude, it's so worth watching these TTs. You really get to know who the riders are. That's where I learn most about, like, picking out riders' riding style. Like, hey, everyone, I'm going to talk to you guys for now. That's where on TTs, I look and I go, oh, that's how he rides. Maybe you guys do the same thing. That's how I pick out riders from helicopter shots. I'm like, oh, that's who that is there. When they're in the peloton, I can't really tell. But watching the TTs, it helps you identify them later amongst the peloton, if you get my drift. If not, whatever. Yeah, Flocky says, like, subscribe, smash everything, guys. Throw wads of cash at me, back up the Brinks truck, whatever it is you need to do. If you're a rich billionaire, flip me one billionth of your net worth. Ciao, Colin. Great commentary. Yeah, thanks, dude. Paul is the next Poggy in 5 to 10 years from now. Dude, he's there in the next couple years. Paul is there. Paul's not waiting. He's already said he wants to take on Poggy now. Dude, this might be the best Tour de France ever coming up. Could be. Might be one of the best Tour de France's coming up. Dude, every second of it. Guys, we got to boost the views. Tell your friends to watch. It's different. It's not like a traditional 3 goofy hosts all dressed up nice hair. My hair's terrible. I don't wear makeup. Maybe I should. Anyways, Dave's rolling out for the day. Scott saying this will be the last comment for me. And looking back at Ayuso's stats, not bad since coming back from that nasty Paris-Nice crash, which I think Legal Trek downplayed publicly. Yeah, dude, I think so too. I think he was really hurt. I think he hit the deck harder than they said. Dude, absolutely. Absolutely here. Yeah, Paul, just dominant. Dude, man, his legs are absolutely chiseled. Dude, I love a man with hot legs. I said it. Anyway, dudes, I'm going to stop right there before this gets R-rated. Dudes, thanks for watching. Again, thanks for supporting the channel. Thanks for supporting me. Thanks for jumping into the chat with all your knowledge and content. Dudes, I think we're doing baseball today. So for all you baseball fans out there, and even if you don't like baseball, you just want me to make a fool of myself, please join. Dudes,